Hello and welcome back to the Talltale Tavern. I am your tavern master and host, Kyle, and we are here for another classic 2-episode one-shot adventure called Midnight at the Museum. Joining me at the tavern tonight, excited to finally be playing with a DM that he respects again. Wait, Bones is DMing this, right? Scott is here. Welcome, Scott.
Double burn! Boom, 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 boom! Roasted your bones.
I'm gonna go ahead and make a list on here to kill off Scott's character.
Great. Yeah, he's been on that list of mine for a long time, so I haven't gotten around to doing it. But also here, my sixth favorite college roommate. Yes, even behind the guy who graduated in December. What was that guy's name again? Matt? Nick? Mike? Who cares? Anyways, he literally begged me to be a part of this, and now I'm kind of regretting it. It's Dayne. Welcome, Dayne.
Thanks, man. Glad to be here.
Pretty rough, Dayne. I was excited to have you on. I don't know why Kyle's got to be so rude about it.
I want you here, even if Kyle is being sassy.
Welcome, Dayne. It's great to have you.
Good to be here.
Also here, casting protection from evil and Becca's good rolls on himself, it's Clay Herring. Welcome, Clay.
Good luck with that.
Can you please spread that to everybody?
Gonna need
protection from Becca's rolls.
It's worth the spell slot spends. Yeah, I probably should.
I have an aura, guys. I'm playing a Paladin tonight, so we're going to be fine. It's going to be great. Just stay close to me. And last but not least... Wait, we can't start. It's not safe. Circle, dot. Now she has her cootie shot. Okay, now it's safe for her to play with all these beautiful boys. It's Becca. Welcome, our DM for this adventure, Becca.
Should you guys go through the classes that you guys are playing really fast?
Sure,
we usually do that in the intros.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Scott, tell us your character's class and
I'm playing
name and
Marklay Pinglepopper. He is a halfling clockwork soul sorcerer.
Excellent. Dayne, who are you playing tonight?
I am playing Kaelen, the Apostle of the Clouds. I am a warrior of the mystic arts monk, Aarakocra.
Very cool. Very cool. And Clay, who are you playing tonight?
Yeah, I'm playing Amuun Etka, and he is a human wizard order of the Scribes.
Awesome, cool. And I get to play as a player tonight, which I'm excited for. And I am playing as Duratan. He is an orc paladin, oath of order. Oath of Devotion. Oath of Devotion is his.
He's real devoted to that oath. Can't even remember what it is.
So devoted that he knows the name of it.
Why don't you back off order? Because that's kind of my thing as the Clockwork Soul guy. And you just keep your devotion over there, okay?
Yeah, I'll keep my devotion. You can have your order.
You two can't help but twin.
Yeah. Well, great. It is excellent to have everyone back. I'm excited for this cozy museum adventure where we're just going to be exploring some exhibits, and it's going to be great. So excited. Becca, why don't you go ahead and take it away?
Awesome. In the heart of the Sword Coast of Faerun, in the small town of Daggerford, along a busy downtown street squeezed between the shops of a tailor and a florist, like an old dusty book forgotten amidst the others on the shelf, rests the Talltale Tavern. A place of truth and of lies, grab a drink of any size and listen to the wisdom of the wise in this place where the ink never dries. Rain patters against the tavern's front windows, and the cold, damp air tries to rush in each time one of the front doors is opened. But instead of the weather deterring guests, the tavern is bustling as people huddle cozily around the fireplace enjoying bowls of stew with freshly baked crusty bread. A fire genasi weaves his way out the back door to the back patio to deliver drinks to the guests enjoying the dining domes set up along the river, courtesy of Liamon's tiny hut. A Harengon passes out drinks to 3 nervous-looking strangers sitting at a booth under a sign that reads, Talltale Tavern, Table of Togetherness. She softly encourages them to introduce themselves to each other and enthusiastically lists a bunch of ideas for making new friends that she's read about in a book. And a half-troll man sets a plate of freshly baked snickerdoodles on the bar top for guests to grab as they finish their dinners. When in walks, first a middle-aged human man through the medium-sized door, and then a middle-aged troll woman through the large door. "There's our boy," the woman bellows joyfully, and the whole tavern quiets and turns to stare at the half-troll behind the bar and the couple that just entered. The half-troll's face immediately blushes blue in embarrassment, but his smile is genuine as he calls out, "Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad." His mom sits in a large stool at the bar, and his dad sits in a medium one beside her, and once he's situated, it magically raises itself up to match his wife's taller height. I hope we're not interrupting. We tried to give you space to settle, but we just couldn't wait any longer to come in and see how everything was going," his dad says. At that moment, the fire genasi returns from his riverside delivery and sees his friend's parents sitting at the bar.
Would you believe it? Fernfang and Clint Rockbridge here in our tavern. Do my eyes deceive me? Tell me, what brings the two greatest parents in all of Faerun to the Talltale Tavern? Just here to gaze upon the glory that is that magnificent son of yours? Or will you be dining with us tonight?
Clint slaps the fire genasi on the back, in the typical bro greeting. "Oh my goodness, this place looks amazing. We're just so proud of you three and all your hard work. The place just shines. And goodness, that stew smells delicious. How much for 2 bowls of it? Maybe some of that amazing looking bread, and it's kind of cold out. How about a hot toddy and a stout?"
My friends, how much you insult me. Of course we cannot take your money here at the tavern. There's no charge for stew for the family of Hugh Rockbridge here.
It's the half-troll's mom that speaks up. No, fiery friend. Rockbridges always work for what we get, no exceptions.
You know, Fernfang, if I may be so bold as to use your full name, which is beautiful, by the way, you bring up an interesting point in that it wouldn't be fair to this business that we're running to give you, an unfair deal. So, how about instead of saying no charge, I say the cost will be a story. I assume you're familiar with how the Talltale Tavern works?
She looks at you shrewdly, and the dad kind of starts stroking his chin a little bit while thinking, and his bright green eyes start twinkling in the light of the chandelier above. Story. Huh. Yeah, I can definitely do that. Did I ever tell you about the time I worked as a museum guard over in Waterdeep? And thus begins Midnight at the Museum. Roll the intro! The room practically glows around you. The tall ceiling of the museum's exhibit hall is illuminated with the soft glow of arcane dancing lights and bewitched floating candles, perfectly designed to cast strategic highlights on the displays around the room. Their warm glow expertly combining with the ambient nighttime light from the glass ceiling above. Not too warm, not too cool on the eyes, balanced perfection. The room is full of formally dressed patrons, the first to see the museum's newest exhibit. They mingle around the room chatting in hushed tones that feel appropriate in the room's ambiance as they peruse the displays. Some stop to read the small placards describing the artifacts recently uncovered from the long-lost city of Shandular. A stone table with intricate etchings depicting the 4 seasons. Part of a wooden archway delicately carved into a natural scape of flowering vines. A 2-foot-tall metal egg with elaborate geometric designs, the faint lettering of F.L. something carved into it, visible near its base. On and on, the displays show exquisite pieces honed with such care, like the artisans were free from the constraints of time. Gathered curtains and dark gem tones create visual backdrops and expertly accent the warm wood paneling of the walls. Everything has been artfully designed to encourage the natural flow of traffic through the space, and to create a sense of intimacy in a crowded room. But most importantly, it highlights the exhibit's showpiece located in the center of the room. Floating above a simple white pedestal, deliberately chosen to ground the display while also visually receding, is an exquisite golden sphere. Its body is etched in elaborate runes of complex arcane locks. People periodically stop in front of it to watch the lights shimmer on its surface and sip expensive champagne while they hypothesize about what could be inside. What could possibly be so special as to deserve such a beautiful tomb? What secret could it be hiding? But then our view shifts a little, like a lens focus is adjusted, and we see across the room, watching the mysterious orb from a padded chair pushed against the wall, is an elderly elven man whose impossibly golden skin practically glows from a dancing light above him. More of his features come into view as we move closer and closer. Clay, could you describe what Amuun looks like and what he's been doing at the party so far tonight?
Yeah. Amuun is, as you said, kind of has this brilliant golden tone to his skin. He's got this longer gray hair and short cropped gray beard. And he's dressed in these kind of finery robes that would denote some kind of wealth. And he's got a staff that he holds kind of resting against the chair that has a cobra on the top of it. And he just kind of is looking around. The reason why he's at this party is because he helped to fund the expedition. So he is here to see what it's all about, see what they found.
Awesome. As our view shifts across the exhibit hall from the orb to focus on Amuun, and as we get closer and closer, we see the reflection of the orb in Amuun's golden eye become bigger and bigger. Suddenly, we flash back to 3 days ago and find ourselves in the breakfast room of an expensive townhouse in the Sea Ward of Waterdeep. Morning sunlight streams through floor-to-ceiling windows, casting beams of light throughout the dining room, causing the golden skin of the elven man to practically glow as he sits at the far end of the main table by himself. A servant silently enters the room to refill the older man's teacup, and then just as quietly slips back out of the room as the front door of the manor opens. The butler steps into the morning room. "Sir, your business manager is here along with her daughter." And he steps to the side. A small girl with dark brown curls, dark skin, and a pink party dress enters the room, followed closely by a woman with an almost identical physical appearance except for a much more practical outfit of slim-fit trousers and a white button-up shirt. The woman turns to the door they just entered. "Thank you, Baron. Can you please have this month's household ledgers by the door for me before I leave?" And then she waits until the door fully closes behind the butler before turning to face the elven man. And as she does so, her body relaxes into a less formal stance, but she talks in a low voice so as for it to not travel outside the room. "Morning, Father." Your daughter Luna leans over to kiss your forehead. And as if she had been watching for a much-practiced cue, your granddaughter immediately bursts with energy and scrambles up into the chair next to you, plucks a huge pastry from a serving platter, and happily starts munching on it with her legs tucked up under her butt, and they completely disappear under the fluff of her dress's skirt. "I picked up some flowers for you on the way over. Do you want to go to the cemetery to place them yourself, or should I? It's such a beautiful day out. Would be good for you to get out of the house a little bit, and it's been a few months since you went up there. You could tell Mother about the book you're reading, or tell your friends some old stories. I don't want you to feel pushed or pressured, but maybe we could go together. You know, the three of us can make a whole morning out of it." And without pausing, she turns to the little girl. "Sweetheart, could you either take your shoes off or put your feet off the chairs? Grandpa has had these chairs for forever." "Thank you, darling." "So what do you think, Father? Do you want to go?"
I think that sounds like an excellent idea, but as usual, we must be prudent to avoid any watching eyes.
No, yeah, you're right. Maybe it would be good if you just, went up there yourself. I was up there a couple weeks ago, and you can enjoy the weather, and it would be a good day. And so she's kind of like fidgeting with her hands, and she looks over on the side buffet table, and she sees like the staff has arranged all of these various social invites, because with your wealth and your position in society, you get a bunch all the time. You have invites over there to luncheons and piano recitals and restaurant openings. Do you usually accept these, Amuun, or do they usually just kind of rest over on the buffet table?
Yeah, he probably just kind of lets whoever's, managing his house take a look at those and kindly send an offer or a letter back saying that he politely declines.
Yeah, and that is the case with most of them. They're still over there, but all of them are pretty much declined. But her eye catches on one in particular that is from the museum. And up in the corner, your butler or someone in the house has diligently written the word accepted, just marked only on that one, and then it's kind of set off to the side. And it catches her eye, and she starts reading, "Midnight at the Museum. The Waterdeep Museum of Natural History and Antiquities proudly invites you to join them for the opening night gala celebrating their newest exhibit. Uncovered relics from the lost city of Eastern Shar. Be the first to see the showcase as it is unveiled at the midnight on the 15th of Alaint. Oh, a fall equinox party. How fancy. Dad, this is marked accepted. Are you really going?"
Yes, this is one of the few social events that I feel obligated to attend.
Really? What's so special about this one?
The nature of the discoveries that the museum has made are of particular interest to me and to my research that you know that I am always working on.
Oh, of course. That's wonderful. I'm excited that you're going and you're gonna get to talk with people. I hope you enjoy it. And she continues to kind of chatter on, and then your granddaughter starts chattering on too about something recent, and the conversation just kind of continues for the next hour or so in a typical visit of when they stop by, usually every week. Amuun, go ahead, give me an insight check as you kind of watch your daughter kind of sharing what's been going on in their lives.
It's a 21.
Dang!
Okay.
That is a strong first roll of the campaign.
Good.
I rolled a 17 with a +4, so.
Nice. Very cool. So you have obviously known your daughter for a very long time, so you hone in on it pretty fast that she just kind of looks run down. She's chatting normal, but and you can just tell when someone is physically a little deflated, maybe they're not feeling well or they didn't sleep well, but she is not looking like her normal self.
I think he would just kind of go over to her, put his hand on her shoulder, just say, "Whatever is troubling you, my dear, I'm sorry. I understand it's hard to live life like this, but this is the way we have always lived. And I wish it could be different, but right now it can't be."
She reaches up and puts her hand kind of on your hand and nods, and she's like, No, I know. It's better, I guess safer this way, I should say, not better. I just have been feeling so just worn down recently. I wish I could go up with you. The walk would be fun, but it's good that you're at least going to go and deliver the flowers. And I don't know, I think I might be coming down with a bug or something. I might pop over to the hospital just to get checked out later today or something, but hopefully I don't get you sick with whatever this is.
I would not worry about that, my dear, but please let me know how that hospital visit goes. And Amuun is visibly concerned that she's saying that she doesn't feel well.
And she kind of does chuckle a little bit to herself when you say oh, don't worry about me kind of equivalent. And she's like, yeah, you never get sick. That's so true. I wish I had your constitution.
What is it? What's the score specifically?
Yeah.
What's the score? So you guys continue your visit together, and eventually, she's starting to look a little tired and doesn't want to, needs to kind of go about doing the rest of the things for the day. So her and your granddaughter get up and gather by the breakfast room door, ready to head out. And she extends her hand to first open the door, and then you can see her kind of pause and lower her hand back down, and then she looks over her shoulder at you and she goes, "Love you, Dad. Wanted to make sure you know."
I love you too, my dear. Now take care of yourself.
Of course. I'll let you know how it goes at the doctor. And just as suddenly as we left, we're back at the party watching Amuun, watching the golden orb, with a look of worry, hope, and a little desperation. After a moment, our view is interrupted as a large Aarakocra man walks in front of Amuun. He moves to a slight alcove a little behind Amuun, not wanting to sit, but using the wall to take a small rest as he scans the room, checking in on each artifact in turn. Dayne, can you please describe Kaelen and what he's been up to during the party so far?
Yeah, of course. So Kaelen is a tall Aarakocra man, almost 6 feet tall, blue, light blue feathers, kind of all over his body. Think like blue jay. And he's wearing his black ceremonial, I think it's pronounced gi, and also his black ceremonial haori. And on his arms and legs, and even a little bit around his neck, you see these, beneath the plumage, kind of these dark black tattoos, runic kind of style, almost tribal runic in the middle there, but you could have sworn that they have like a slightly golden tint to them, but you're not entirely sure. And what he's been doing, he has just been surrounding this artifact. He has not taken his eyes off other than when people come into the room. He's kind of scanned them for a moment and then gone back to looking at this egg on the pedestal there.
Awesome. Kaelen's eyes scan the room again, watching the guests move around the displays throughout the room. And then we flash back to 5 days ago to a small office within the museum. The sharp clack of brisk heeled steps ring out down the stone hallway, heralding the entrance of the museum director. Cressida Daly enters her office where a regal-looking Aarakocra man waits for her. Apostle Kaelen, it is a true honor to meet you. I apologize for keeping you waiting. Our event planner had a series of urgent questions regarding what jewelry I planned on wearing to the opening. Evidently, silver is gauche, and I'm to wear gold so I don't get washed out in the moonlight while I give my speech. But a champagne gold, not a yellow, or I'll clash with the candlesticks. Visual balance is evidently very important. I don't know. He's the professional, so I believe him. But that is neither here nor there. I trust your trip went well. I've never been to Eastern Shar, but I've read that the Council Hills are gorgeous, especially this time of year.
Oh yes, they are, and no need to apologize. I understand. Gold is actually very important to us. But I trust everything is going well?
Yes, yeah, everything is, there's been a little bit of hiccups of just, coming to the best solutions to things, but otherwise, I can't be happier with how things are going. I wanted to thank you for traveling here to be with these artifacts and assure you that they will be treated with the utmost care and respect throughout their residency here. I understand the council's hesitancy in allowing the dig in the first place, and then to allow the remains to be brought all the way to Waterdeep for us to study, well, just please know I don't take it lightly, and I will do everything in my power to make sure you, as the council's representative, is comfortable with the exhibit's execution. We had a generous donation from a patron, a Mr. Amuun Etka, so no expenses will be spared with anything pertaining to the exhibit, including, launching it correctly with the party coming up and security features and all of that. I will make sure to introduce you to Mr. Etka at the party. He has a strong passion for studying the Lost City. I'm sure he'd love to ask you questions. But in the meantime, how about I show you around the hall and I can walk you through the various security features we've implemented? Does that sound like a good plan to you?
Oh yes, that would be marvelous. Thank you.
A couple minutes later, you two enter the eastern wing of the museum, which a small army of workers are decorating for the opening party of the exhibit. The museum director walks towards the center of the room, pointing out features as she goes. So we've hired extra security for the evening, per the council's request. We're wrapping up moving the exhibit from the hall next door to this hall, because evidently the lighting here is better. And she kind of looks around as she's taking stock of everything. So let's see. So every room is equipped with anti-fire devices. You can see them up along the top of the walls. If any fire is sensed within the room, they'll spray a protective foam over the room to suppress it. If you look at the displays here, you'll notice a series of runes carved into each of them. One will cast prestidigitation in the event the fire foam or something else is spilled onto one of the artifacts. This rune here gives a warning zap if a patron gets too close. And this one here triggers the exit door to immediately shut if, Celestia forbid, an artifact is removed from its display. During the event, there's only going to be one entrance into the museum, which is through the front doors, where there will be museum staff posted all evening. The museum's kind of just one big long line, so it's easy to keep track of guests as they move around. And these guests are pretty much all donors and other museum VIPs, so I anticipate it being a pretty quiet night overall. They tend to skew a little older, so they tend to head out as soon as the main festivities are done. Any questions or anything? Do you feel comfortable with all of that?
Yes, I feel very comfortable. However, I would also like to make sure that I'm consistently around the artifact and whatever might be happening, just so I can make sure that everything... I do trust you. I trust everything that you're doing. But I'd also like to, if you don't mind, I'd like to keep my own eye on it as well, just to make sure nothing goes wrong.
No, of course. That makes total sense, and you have full access to everything around, so whatever you feel is most comfortable. Hey, Kaelen, why don't you give me an investigation check, and you can check out the room to see if you notice any, flaws or anything that you would like adjusted or changed leading up to the event.
Awesome. You said investigation, yes?
Yes, please.
12. Nice, beautiful.
Okay,
12.
Yeah, that is actually high enough. You're good. You look around. You know that this museum is very old, so it's been, open for hundreds of years. This is just one of the exhibits that is coming. They do traveling or rotating, I should say, exhibits pretty regularly. And you can look around with those runes that they described and the extra security that your council has requested. You don't see any kind of gaps or flaws in the plan jumping out at you, especially since you're going to be in the room watching it the whole night as well. So
awesome.
Over the museum director's shoulder, you see staff carrying a white stone pedestal to the middle of the room. The director turns and you two watch as a magic user enters the room, levitating a golden orb in front of him. He walks the orb forward and suspends it above the pedestal. The runes at the base of the pedestal light up in recognition, and the magic user lowers their arms as the orb is kind of locked into place, hovering above it. The director walks forward, stopping a few feet from it, and then kind of almost like in a reverence that she doesn't realize that she's communicating, she kind of whispered, hushed in a hushed tone to you. What do you think is in there? I mean, all these arcane locks, that beautiful case, it's got to be something important, right?
Yeah, it's got to be important. We've had different things happen over the years, but that's why we're here. We don't know exactly what could be. It could be nothing. It could be something super powerful, but it could also just be historical, something beautiful that they had, but we always like to take precaution.
Yeah, no, I think that makes a lot of sense. Just before midnight, I'll give a short speech welcoming everyone and to kind of gather their attention. Then House of Wonders mages will step forward and unlock the arcane locks to, in theory, reveal whatever is inside. The mages do know to be on high alert. Do you know, I know not a lot is known about it, but was Shandular a peaceful place? Do people really know?
Well, from what we've been told, it was a beautiful, marvelous place. Very wealthy, very green and lush, and it was a joyful place. But since the incident happened, and everything I've known is just pure destruction and ruin. So,
Well, hopefully maybe it's just a really expensive gemstone or something like that. I don't know. We'll see, I guess.
Hopefully.
Well, I'm glad you'll be there just as an extra precaution. Hey, have you had lunch yet? I would be honored if you joined me and my wife. And suddenly, we're back at the party. Our gaze whips across the room when a dragonborn man accidentally drops his glass of scotch, and it shatters across the ground next to him. A young gnomish woman dressed in all black rushes forward and begins to clean the spill and sweep up the glass. Seemingly emerging from nowhere, a halfling man suddenly appears behind her watching the work. Scott, can you describe Marklay for us and tell us what he's been up to during the party?
Yeah, Marklay is like a 3'9" halfling with very, he's dressed in a white tuxedo with a black bow tie, I would say. Very clean, very pristine. He's got very nice coiffed curly hair on top of his head. He's always got his chin a little bit up, which is just an affect of being short, if you want to see people. So he keeps his chin up. But he's watching her clean as she's cleaning, though. He's like a host on a mission, right? Like as he walks by one person, as soon as they lift up their glass, he wipes up the condensation underneath it while offering to take someone else's coat. He pulls out a chair for another person at the same time. He's just zooming around the party, trying to meet as many needs. He's misty stepping from one spot to another to help put out fires if he needs to. And I guess just all along while he's doing that, he can't help but occasionally look back at the artifact and wonder what the hell's going on with that thing.
What the hell is going on with that thing? And suddenly we flash back to 8 days ago, one room over in the museum. This room is a little smaller than the one hosting the party. Located at the far eastern end of the museum, it is usually used for temporary or visiting exhibits, so visitors are encouraged to walk through the rest of the museum to access it. The previous exhibit, containing miniature dioramas of spelljammer ships, has been carefully packed away, and museum staff diligently work around the room preparing for the new exhibit. Arcane lights illuminate the space, and a bit of natural light filters in from the next door room. Marklay stands towards the middle of the room next to the golden orb as museum staff bustle around finishing touches on the new displays of artifacts from the Lost City. The museum director walks through the door reading a slip of paper. Her face is skewed up into a look of mild confusion as she reads the paper a few times. Exhibit must move. Light better balanced in room East 2. P.S. No black dress. Sapphire. What? She looks up, her eyes focus on Marklay, and she smiles. Good morning, Mr. Pinglepopper. How are things going? I feel like you have a feel for this space after spending some time in here?
No. Cressida, of course, you've received my note, of course, I must assume you've seen the lighting in here. It's just, it simply will not do. For an event of this spectacle, of this nature, we must move locations.
That's okay. It was a very brief note from my assistant. So it's the lighting? The lighting's the issue. Is that what's happening in here?
Take a look around. What do you think?
Okay. Yeah. No, the lighting next door is better. It's got a lot of windows. It's one of my favorite rooms too.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
We need a grander room for something as spectacular as an orb like this.
And you can see her face looks pained. She looks around the fully set up exhibit in this other room. And you can see it's just kind of like, but it's already finished.
We cannot allow laziness to be an excuse that prevents greatness.
Okay, yep, you're the professional. We'll switch the exhibit. I agree, the natural light in East 2 is beautiful. We'll just move all of the stone sculptures from there into here for the duration of the new exhibit.
I can assure you my staff is willing to work overnight. No sleep is necessary. They will do whatever we need to transfer the room.
Okay. Okay. No, yeah, this'll work. We've got 8 days. It'll be fine. The two of you start walking to the room next door that is, at this time, filled with sculptures. Go ahead, give me a perception check of that room, just to get the general vibe of it.
Cool. Ooh, let's
5
see.
check.
A roll! What'd we
5 check.
get? Fuck. The vibe, I'm not getting much. It's a 7 on my check.
Okay, yeah, you walk in and like the vibe, you're just not picking up much because there's all these like sculptures in the way of your vision and your understanding. And then Cressy keeps talking, and she just says, so wait, but what about this on the note? It says, what is it about my dress? No black? What's wrong with black? Don't all your staff wear black?
Yeah, of course my staff wear black. Do you mean to be mixed up with one of my lowly staff, or do you mean to shine as the director of this great event? You must make yourself, you must make yourself pop.
Right, yes, popping. So sapphire, it says sapphire. I mean, I guess I could bring a couple blue ones for you to look at, and then we're back at the party.
And is she wearing a sapphire dress at the party?
Well, funny you should ask that.
Good.
Okay,
Cressida Daly, the museum director, walks up next to Marklay with 2 flutes of champagne in her hands. Her soft gold necklace perfectly accented against the sapphire blue of her silk evening gown. Mr. Pinglepopper, I promise I'm keeping an eye on the clock, but my wife just arrived with her colleague. I just need to introduce them to someone really quickly, and then I promise my speech will start perfectly on schedule. I know the order.
Have no need to fear. Of course, I accommodated for the fact that you might need time with your wife before your speech. It's already worked in.
Cressida weaves her way through the guests to the doorway where a Dwarven woman and an orc man are standing scanning the room. She walks up to the Dwarven woman, gives her a kiss, and hands each of them a glass of champagne. I'm so glad you two could still make it. I was nervous with all those new cases that you'd be stuck at the hospital and would miss the party. You guys must be so exhausted. And she studies both of their faces in turn with a concerned furrow in her brow, first studying her wife's face and then looking up at her orc friend. Kyle, can you describe what Duratan looks like for us? And how's he dressed tonight for the party?
Yes. So Duratan is he's an orc. He's a pretty imposing figure, like 6'5", green skin. His showing up to this party, he may have been recognized by some people. He has a past, his full name Duratan Blackfang. He's dropped the second half of his name, and an appearance that may look different to some is that his, classic tusks that an orc has from the Blackfang family that are black tusks, he has shaved down. He is in full regalia of the House of Healing Guild as he is standing there. And I think that you could probably see some signs of fatigue on his face that is in stark contrast to his armor as he is representing the House of Healing Guild.
And suddenly we're in a small, simple garden 2 days ago. The sun beats down unusually warm for a fall day. Duratan, formerly Blackfang, sits on a small stone garden bench tucked a few feet from the hospital's entrance. The Dwarven woman from the party, Cornelia, plops down on the bench next to him. They both wear simple working robes that mark them as healers from the House of Healing. Cornelia rubs her hands over her face and then tips her head back to capture sunbeams on it. 15 new cases of it just this week. How the hell are we going to survive another surge of weak fever? the other hospitals are directing all their cases here, and I get it, but we have like maybe 15 beds left open. Fuck, I'm tired. She kind of just sits back.
Duratan looks very obviously fatigued, and he sighs as well. I know. It's this weak fever, another surge. Every new gnome that comes in, it's been 24 years, but I still see his face. And it makes it that much harder. But we can get through this parasite, infection, this plague. We can soldier on. And gosh, what am I saying? I'm beat. I'm beat, Cornelia, and the hours are getting to me.
Well, not to add more shit onto the shit pile, but I have some bad news. This message, it came in right as I was heading home last night, and she hands you a sheet of paper that is addressed from the Shellhaven family, which is a group that provides grants and general funding to organizations aimed at community improvements around Waterdeep. And the subject line says, funding request denied. They seem to think there is no way weak fever is coming back, not again, and have chosen to fund a tunnel rehab project down to Undercliff instead.
How can they not see? How can they not take our reports as serious? This plague, just because it affects the weak, the younger, he gets frustrated and flustered.
That's the 14th no this month. I don't know what the fuck to do. I mean, that's everybody. I mean, what the fuck do we do? We got maybe like 5 more weeks of funding and probably less if the cases keep accelerating like this. Duratan, give me a history check as you kind of rack your brain, trying to just think of something, like another funding source or any other option.
That is a 19.
Nice. Yeah, so you know, as you think through, you have former connections or connections into like wealthy families and across Waterdeep from your family's previous connections. You guys have pretty much tapped out on the vast majority of the typical donors or like funding sources. But you do know, like, your friend and Cornelia's wife, Cressida, is having, she has a whole other slew of donors that tend to go towards the arts. And so you think that like maybe that could be an avenue.
He takes a deep breath. That event that's coming up. I can get us more funding. I know how. I speak their language. As much as I would like to just spend every waking hour in this hospital treating those that I can, I wish my job didn't matter. I wish it didn't matter how much money we had in order to do the job that I want to do and help people. But if I can go to this event, if we can go together, I'm assuming you're going, it's your wife, maybe I can locate some new donors.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I mean, it's kind of the only option at this point. I mean, I was venting to Cressida about it last night, and I'll double check with her to make sure she would be okay and doesn't, wouldn't think we're stepping on her toes, but I doubt it. I mean, she knows how important this is. I don't know, it's worth a shot, maybe something. And you two sit in companionable, exhausted silence for a moment until you hear, excuse me, and you look over towards the pathway and see an elven woman with dark curls and dark skin. She smiles at you both. Sorry to bother you on your break, but could either of you direct me to Dr. Lesworth's office? Cornelia stands up. I'm Dr. Lesworth. Do we have an appointment together? The elf looks relieved to have found her physician. Yes, as of about 12 minutes ago. I normally go to a clinic in the C ward, but after I told them my symptoms, my normal hospital directed me over here. Cornelia looks over her shoulder, giving you a knowing look, Duratan. Well, I'm so glad to make your acquaintance. What did you say your name was? Luna. Great to meet you too. I've had a bear of a fever the last couple nights, just hoping for something to take the edge off. And as the two women walk through the front door of the hospital scene, shifts back to the party at the museum. The museum director expertly weaves through the guests, smiling and nodding to them as she goes, with the dwarf and orc trailing behind her. She stops in front of the older elven man with the golden skin. Mr. Etka, just wanted to check back in on you and see if you needed anything. Are you comfortable? And Amuun, this is like the 5th time Cressida has come over to check in on you since you arrived at the party.
I am having a pleasurable experience, thank you.
Awesome. I am fully socially aware that I have been bothering you maybe a little too much, but I have some people I wanted to introduce you to. First, my wife Cornelia and her colleague Duratan. They're both healers with the House of Healing, and oh shoot, I was supposed to introduce him too. And you all see her scanning the crowd until she sees Kaelen up against a nearby wall and kind of like waves him over to join. Sorry, I meant to introduce you earlier and then I got distracted, so I apologize. But this is also Kaelen, Apostle of the Clouds from the Council of Council Hills. Kaelen, Amuun was the supporter of the expedition I was telling you about. He has a passion for studying Shandular, and I know he probably would be very interested in picking your brain at some point tonight, maybe later though, because Amuun, I know Cornelia and Duratan would love an opportunity to talk to you about a special clinic that they run, if that's allowed. Introductions all around.
Master Etka, it is an absolute pleasure to meet you. This event, this artifact that has been found, and that you had a major part in finding this. This is such an exciting event to be a part of. I'm so glad to see all of this. Can I roll like a history check, or what do I know about him? Has he ever given to any hospitals, or is this? I guess you said that he that we're like pitching to him, right?
Yeah. So go ahead, give me a history check, and then I'll actually have Clay. You can answer that question, depending on what goodies you want to give Kyle here, depending on his role.
21.
Sounds good. 21.
Nice.
Yeah. I would think that you would know that some companies that are loosely associated with me have given money to the hospital.
Okay, cool. Master Etka, we're from the House of Healing Guild. We serve in one of the hospitals in town, and some of the money that has come from some of your companies has been instrumental in helping us help others. And I wanted to thank you personally for some of those donations. We've had some increases in the amount of research that we've been able to do, and new treatments trying. Some of the Tempest clerics are trying new treatments for melancholy. The reason why we're here tonight, I won't, babble on about things that aren't important. I know your time is useful to you, but our time in the hospital has been taken up by the weak fever that has returned, and I just want to thank you so very much for all that you've already given to our hospital, and if there's any way that you would be able to help, there's a few items that we're looking for that we could very well use for the hospital and taking care of all the patients we're having coming in, and you don't have to give me an answer now by any means. But I just mainly wanted to thank you so much for all that you've already done.
DM, would Amuun have any knowledge of this disease or have heard of it?
Go ahead, give me a history check.
Okay.
I'm just gonna do all the history checks today at the History Museum.
That's an 18.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. So
Bunch of know-it-alls.
yes, you have heard of this before. You would know that this was, as Kyle had mentioned, or Duratan had mentioned before, it is a parasitic illness that had a surge a few decades prior, and they thought that it kind of died down, mostly just because hosts of the parasites themselves passed away. And now recently, as Duratan was just mentioning, there is inklings of a resurgence happening of this. A little background of it is that there is kind of the misconception that it only affects smaller folks, or like, as some people will say, like the weaker species, but that is not actually evident when you look at the true patient history of what's going on there.
Okay. He would just kind of extend a hand toward Duratan, and just say, "Likewise, it is a pleasure to meet you. Yes, I do remember some of my companies being involved with your hospital, and you all doing good work there. I will be sure to ponder your request and think where my resources can be used to the utmost effect."
Thank you. That's all that I ask. And anything that you can give to help will be immensely helpful in us fighting this plague once again.
As this conversation is going on, Marklay, from across the room, you can see that the museum director has gotten totally distracted with making these introductions and facilitating a discussion, and just like loving being with her wife in general. And she's going to miss her speech start time and throw off your schedule.
No, I misty step over right next to her.
Like, bam.
So sorry to interrupt, but as you can see, the time is quickly approaching for you to get up on stage.
Oh my God. Okay, yes, Marklay. Yep. No, you're right. Oh gosh, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize how much time had passed. We're going to definitely continue these conversations. It's great. I just have to go give a speech, and she kind of does this like awkward little slightly moonwalky kind of pattern backwards as she like exits the group, not intentionally, just not knowing what to do with her body in this. Keep talking. Be right back.
Now, can I get anybody here a refill?
And the museum director goes and stands a few feet away from the showcase golden orb floating above the white pedestal. She kind of nervously clears her throat, and then she pushes a small amulet that's pinned to the top of her dress, which magically amplifies her voice to the room. My esteemed guests and friends, thank you all for coming to our little party tonight to celebrate the grand opening of our newest exhibit, Treasures of the Lost City of Shandular. In a moment, you all will be the first people to see what the Shandularans hid away inside this beautiful piece beside me. What grand treasure earned such elaborate protection from the outside world? We will see together. Now, just a few safety measures to make sure everyone continues to enjoy their time here tonight. If you look on the ground, you'll see a lightly glowing circle marked around the artifact. If everyone could please step back and make sure you are standing outside of the circle. Excellent, excellent. Thank you so much. We have 5 representatives from the House of Wonders that I would like to welcome forward. Working together, they will be attempting to unlock the complex combination of arcane locks interwoven across the golden orb. 5 high-level mages from the House of Wonders step forward and align themselves just inside the circle marking on the floor. The guests all around the room whisper to each other in excitement with their guesses about what could be hidden inside the orb, or like just what is about to happen. So we'll go around. What are each of you thinking in this moment? And I'm going to go ahead and start with Kaelen. What are you thinking when this is about to go down?
Yeah. So ever since Kaelen was called over to meet Master Etka, he was staring at him. Bluntly staring at him, trying to observe his face. And then when the announcement was made, he moved up to the circle line. As close to these mages as physically possible. He has kind of ignored almost everyone around and gone straight to be almost the first to be affected if something were to happen right around these mages here. And he's just thinking and hoping that nothing happens.
Duratan, what is going through your mind as kind of your conversation was slightly interrupted, or, and this whole showcase is about to happen?
I think that he is the one part of this artifact that is interesting to him is the Shandularian. The history of that people is that they had lived for hundreds of years, and he's always curious about how, if they were able to avoid disease, if it was advances in medicine, what was it that allowed them to live as long. So he is interested in the artifact at some level, but he is spending most of his time looking around, trying to identify other nobles that he can schmooze with, talk to kind of secure some more donations or make more contacts.
Marklay, what's going through Marklay's brain right now?
Well, he's looking around the room at how everybody's kind of like globbed up into these ugly clumps around the room now, and it's really thrown off the balance of his planned seating chart and flow for the room. So he's sort of kind of subtly manipulating his way around the room, kind of trying to create windows or pockets of people.
Break them up.
Yeah, to get everything looking better, but also making his own way kind of into a spot where he can see, because he's curious about what's going to happen as well.
Yeah. And Amuun, what is going through your mind?
Yeah, Amuun is like hanging on the edge of his seat. As much as he does that, he's pretty put together. So he's kind of just, if anybody was paying attention, they could see that his knuckles were kind of clenched on the armrest of his chair. And for him, he's just thinking that this could be the answer to everything and really be what he's been looking for.
Amazing. So the mages begin moving their arms and quietly whispering, each targeting a different aspect of the golden orb and each manifesting their magic in a different way. Swirls of purple, silver, blue, and green move across the surface of the orb. Every 5 to 6 seconds, metallic clicks ring out like a lock is opening. At last, a final click is heard, and the mages still their hands, but do not lower them completely. Poised ready. For a moment, nothing happens. They kind of start side-eyeing each other. Then a mage reaches forward with an ethereal-looking mage hand and tentatively turns the top half of the orb a half rotation to the left. The orb gently folds open, starting from the top, the metal opening outward and down, looking like a beautiful lotus flower blooming. The guests eagerly lean towards it, craning their necks to see what is inside. As the golden petals near the end of their descent, a small golden scale, small enough to fit in the palm of your hand, is revealed floating suspended in what used to be the orb. Just a scale like the kind used to measure weight. Everyone remains frozen in place for a moment. Then the mages turn to the museum director as if to signal all clear, and the room visibly relaxes. Outside, a clock tower in the distance chimes the arrival of midnight. And as it does, a cloud shifts so the half moon is no longer obscured, and soft moonlight fills the room through the glass ceiling above. Everyone give me a perception check.
Come on, better than a 7 this time.
Come on, perceive.
Perceive, damn it.
Perceive. Not great. It fits for Duratan, who's not really... Well, now he's paying attention. Everybody's paying attention.
Yeah.
Everyone's paying attention. Marklay, what did you get?
21.
Ooh.
Locked in.
Duratan, what did you get? Evidently super well.
Niner.
Okay. Kaelen, what'd you get?
24.
I mean, you were fucking locked in on that orb. So that makes sense.
It's like, this is your whole purpose.
There was no breaking
This is the
eye
one roll.
contact. I should have given you advantage. I mean, realistically, you didn't even
This is
need
why
it.
I'm here.
And Amuun, what'd you get?
I got a 17.
Okay, all right.
So still good, but like coming right after the 24, a little bit of So everyone but Duratan notices that the scales slightly shift one way, and then the other way, and then level themselves out. Suddenly, the 5 mages drop limp to the ground in unison. There's a brief moment of utter stillness as everyone stares in confusion. Then you see movement. An ornate area rug artfully draped on display begins slithering and coiling upward like a cobra and lashes out at the nearest guest, wrapping around his body, trying to smother the man. 4 ancient swords mounted on the wall fly up and start dive-bombing visitors. The screech of metal grinding on metal fills the room as 2 suits of armor creak to life and raise their arms, preparing to slam down. Chaos erupts around the room as guests panic and dash towards the exit, and then the room starts to shake, and you hear the tumble of rocks as 2 large statues that previously banished to the room next door stomp through the doorway from the next room.
Golly.
The grinding of rock deafening as they move to slam the nearest victims.
This is going well.
Everyone roll initiative.
Yeah, oh my gosh.
No.
This is going well, folks.
This was supposed to be a normal museum party.
That's right. I'm sorry. You know what? Scratch an initiative. Let's go read some placards.
Yay!
Duratan, what did you get?
I got in 17.
Marklay?
13.
Amuun?
Also 13.
Get ready to roll off,
off.
motherfucker.
Yeah, why don't you do the roll off?
Talltale Tavern roll off.
I got a nat 1 on my roll off. Clay's going before me.
He got a natural 1.
Shit.
I got a 15. It doesn't matter, but I want you to know, Scott.
Thank you. I'm gonna roll that L.
I want you to know that I beat your roll by 14.
And Kaelen, what'd you get?
24.
Okay, well.
Nice.
Locked in.
Hashtag monks, man.
Man was ready to act.
So I have to go last? Oh.
I mean, if you want to, I do have the alert feat. If you want to go first, you can take mine.
Just swap out. You want to swap out with me? You seem like your guy is pretty chill about like these artifacts and stuff, and you'd probably not want to act
He
first.
would probably sit back, just not do anything.
He's like, oh, okay, I was right, and just sits down.
Oh shit, cool, huh?
This always happens.
Alrighty. So, first up is, shockingly, Kaelen. Okay, wait, first of all, did you say that Marklay moved, like, across the room, Scott? Like, were you thinking as things were getting set up?
I think, wherever he'd need to move to be able to actually see since he's so short. I don't know if I'd have to get near the front or if I'd be able to make a window between some people.
Okay. I'm gonna scoot you kind of over here. I have a little map, and I will try to narrate to you guys what's going on. It's very simple, the rooms. And then Amuun and Duratan, or did you think that you moved when like the unveiling kind of started happening, or I have you guys kind of tucked into the corner where like Amuun was sitting originally?
I don't think Duratan would have necessarily gotten closer. He's tall. He can stand in the back and see.
Okay, buddy.
Okay.
Freaking show off.
Yeah, I think Amuun was still in his chair, so
Just like on the edge of it, like in his chair?
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds good. Cool. So lay of the land, this room is not super big, but it's not like also super small. It's 50 by 60 feet, just rectangle, keeping it simple. In the middle is the now open orb, and it's on the pedestal. So there is like that slight obstruction in the dead center of the room. Then there are 4 animated swords attacking people. There is an animated rug. There are 2 animated suits of armor. And there are 2 animated statues. So buckle up, Buttercup. And first up,
swords,
is-
rugs, suits of armor. Did you say?
Yep, and statues.
Armor and statues. Okay.
Cool.
Okay, Kaelen, you are up first, shockingly, with your 24. And you are towards the center of the room, about 10 feet away from the center, just like on the where the circle was, where the mages were, essentially.
Okay.
They are on the ground, dead, unconscious, sleeping. You'll never know. And then there's all these around. There are guests running everywhere. There are some guards in the room. They're mostly trying to, like, you can see, like, help people get out and defend where needed. But it is just chaos in the room. Closest to you, it would be 2 animated swords right now, but I know monks have like 1,000 feet of movement, so you can pretty much reach everything in this room.
Gotcha. The thing that was like a cobra, you said like a cobra, that was the rug, right? Attacking something?
Yeah, and it is wrapped
that
around someone.
Cool. Can I get to the rug without provoking any sort of reactions? Okay, I want to do that. And I want to, with this beautiful mystic arts, where I can use a cantrip as part of my attack action, as one of the attacks in my extra attack action, I will cast Blade Ward on myself.
Nice.
Which will help protect me from attacks. And then I will I want to try to grapple, or rip, I guess I don't know if it's a grapple, but I want to rip this, I want to get this rug off this guy, or guest, or whatever. So I don't know if is that roll to hit kind of thing?
What I'm going to have you do is I'm going to basically have you do like the grapple check, like the contested grapple check to get it off of him that he would be doing if he was trying to get it off himself. So go ahead and roll athletics. I'm guessing that's higher than just a flat strength. So give me athletics, please. 11?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that is not strong enough to get the rug on. So you grab on, and it's one of those it's an ancient Oriental style rug, and it's like real slippery, and so it just kind of slides right out of your hand as like all the fibers have been compressed over time. And unfortunately, it tightens in on whatever rich man is inside of it.
Awesome. Well, then I'm going to Flurry of Blows with my bonus action, and as an Aarakocra, I will use the Talon attack as my unarmed strike and start slashing. So Kaelin's kind of run up here, tried to rip this off, not working, and just decides to full scratch, I guess, at this rug.
I'm just imagining you slapping the tassels because you don't want to hit the guy inside the rug.
Yeah,
so
exactly. It's like trying to get it off. It's almost like trying to be like, well, you're wrapped in a rug, I gotta try and cut it off you, kind of idea.
It's like you're peeling back a fruit roll up.
Yeah. So that the first swing is a natural 1.
Oh no!
Good.
This is exactly the experience of playing a monk every time I play a monk. Right
Okay.
here.
Well, all right. Well, so on that nat 1, how do I punish you in it?
It's a Becca nat 1, so it's not
It's
good.
a Becca nat 1, yes. People who've heard me DM before, I did warn everyone here about this, is that since nat 20s are rewarded, they giveth and nat 1s taketh away. I'm going to say with this, you are, you slap at it and it it knocks it in a way that it wraps around, and now both you and the guy are grappled inside of it. You can still do your attacks.
Yes. I gotta get my second
But
one
the
out here.
other
Gotta try
ones-
something.
Yeah. Since you are grappled, I think that means the grapple conditions you get disadvantage on these guys on the next 2 attacks. Isn't that right? Or am I making that up?
I only have one.
I don't think
attack
that
left, yeah.
I think with grapple.
Am I wrong on that?
Your speed becomes 0, and I really think that's honestly, it's restrained. I think that gives
With the
you
grapples?
disadvantage.
Oh,
Yeah.
is it restrained?
Yeah.
Okay.
Grapple
Scratch
just
that,
turned your speed
rewind,
to 0.
Yeah.
give a normal roll.
Normal roll, coming with beautiful blue dice.
Your face is smushed up against some sweaty rich man in this rug.
That is a 25 to hit.
That hits! You can hit the rug from the inside. You start beating on
Praise
it.
me. And that will be D8, 6 total slashing damage.
Okay. Got mixed results. Did some damage, started clawing through this rug. Was that your talon attack? Is that what you said you were using?
Yes. Yeah, that was the talent.
Yeah. Yeah, so you're starting to shred from the inside on this, but now you are smushed up against some strange man with whiskey breath and locked in this rug together in a firm embrace.
It's nice.
Anything else for your turn?
Now I've done everything I can do, so I'll just cry in this rug for a little bit.
Crying is a free action. It is.
That's true.
That's true.
I'm giving this man a hug check to this.
There we go.
Just
Hug
a
check.
hug check,
Hug
yeah.
check.
Good.
Hug check. Okay, well now it is the rug's turn.
Oh.
And it's gonna hug check you guys.
Of course.
That sounds like a bad thing, though, when you say it.
Yeah, I don't like
when we
that.
said it,
What?
it sounded
I don't know
good.
what you mean.
But when you said it, it sounds bad.
I don't think so. I think it's fine. Okay. So it is going to. It is going to continue its grapple on you. So now you are blinded and restrained in with this snuggles, but you do get to save again on your, or try to save again on your turns. This is not just a permanent thing. So snuggling in with this stranger, and you are going to take some suffocating damage.
Of course I am. Why wouldn't I?
It's that whiskey breath.
And you take 11 whiskey breath suffocating damage.
Oh my gosh.
It's a lot.
That is a lot.
Yeah, I'm
Good
sorry.
thing
I
I've
rolled
got
a 6
so
and a
many
5.
backups.
Yeah, and that is the rug's turn. And it, just to add insult to injury, it's gonna flop on its side and steamroll a little bit to really smush you two together. It doesn't actually do any damage or mechanics, but it's really just to make as much contact as possible.
Wonderful.
Okay, that is the rug's turn. Next is Duratan.
Oh, nice.
You could probably comfortably reach animated swords. You could probably reach the rug. I'm guessing you can also reach one of the statues and one of the armors if you'd like.
Yeah. The first thing Duratan's gonna do is basically triage the room. So I don't know if there's if you would want me to do like a medicine check, but basically he is looking for who's in the most danger and in a place where he could intervene to help. Part of that is looking at the mages who are on the ground, and so he absolutely wants to know, are they out of commission completely? With a little healing or something, could they come back and be helpful?
Gotcha. Okay, give me that medicine check, please.
Only a 15.
Okay. So with that, you
I guess that's
quickly
still
take
good.
in the room, and you look down at those mages and how they hit the ground, and you kind of like glance at them. I'll even like say that you went up to one of the nearest ones and like tried to take a pulse. They're gone. They are, they're dead.
Okay.
So not unconscious or asleep or anything like that. You see Cressida and Cornelia are in like a combat scenario with two of the swords. You know, because she's your friend, you know that Cornelia doesn't have any, she is a druid, but she doesn't have any like damage dealing spells. All of her stuff is like for healing and for protection and things like that. So you know that could be iffy, but they don't seem to be in like struggling at the moment. You know, they seem to be kind of holding their own with these at the moment. And then you do know that Kaelen just got enveloped in there and heard, this crushing sound coming from in that rug. odds are good. Your quick triage with a 15 would tell you that probably Kaelen and Stranger in the danger with him is going to be the most pressing matter.
Sounds good. And he's going to divide and conquer and look over to Cornelia, his doctor friend, and as he's used to in a hospital setting, dividing and doing the most he can as a team, being separate. But he's just going to yell over to her, "I'm going for the rug!" And he takes out his sword, and he's going to do a bonus action. Let's see, bonus action spell, Divine Favor. And this is going to give his weapons attacks an extra D4 radiant damage on a hit. And so as he kind of activates that power, this radiant energy just ignites along his long sword. And then he is going to go ahead and channel Divinity as well. His channel Divinity allows him to get +4 to all attack rolls with his long sword. And he is going to charge forward and start attacking that, use the attack action as part of that channel Divinity to attack the rug.
Sweet.
First one is just a 17 to hit.
Hit. It's just
Excellent.
a rug.
Right. Cool. Good.
Not everyone can hit a rug, Becca.
It's just a rug.
It's not so easy,
I was about
Becca.
to say something real snarky, but I held it in.
It's a very normal rug at a very normal dinner party.
This is
Yeah,
Very normal
it's
gala.
just a rug.
That is 7 + 4, 11. 11 points and he can do radiant damage with this, so why not? Just swipes up on the rug and just tries to cut at it by cutting it open to get them out. 11 points of radiant damage. And then
11
he's going to
total,
try...
or you're... Wait, so was that, you're just making the damage type radiant? Is that what you were doing, or were you doing additional damage? Sorry.
Making the damage type radiant.
Gotcha, okay. Before you take your next attack, you hear Kaelen cry out a little bit because some of that damage gets translated into the people inside of the rug.
Oh, really?
Oopsie.
That sounds great.
So that's why I wanted to interrupt you before you continued. So Kaelen, go ahead and take some 5 radiant damage there, friend. And that rug will take 6 damage.
That breaks Duran's Hippocratic Oath, right? Kyle's an Oathbreaker Paladin
Yes.
now?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, but now he's an Oathbreaker. Great.
But what I will do
That's
with
awesome.
that, because that was a decent chunk, and I don't want you to have to waste the rest of your turn, what we're gonna do is we're gonna have Kaelen can use that damage as the rug reacts to go ahead and give me an athletics check to see if you can use that opportunity of the rug taking the damage to break free out of the rug after that blow hits it. So go ahead, give me athletics, Kaelen.
Is this the other side of the grapple where I could potentially use acrobatics instead?
Oh, that's right.
okay.
Yes, it is. Please, yeah, you can use
Is this a
athletics
saving
for
throw?
Dayne, thank
Could
you
this
for
be a saving
asking,
throw?
so I didn't have to be the one to ask that question as I was going to quickly look at your sheet
Look
and
at
see
that.
which
It's
one
not a
is
saving
better.
throw, I don't think, is it?
No, I mean,
I don't think so.
It would be
Yeah.
either it would be at least a 24. So whether it was saving
Nice!
throw or not.
You
So-
just Hulk your way out as this radiant light slashes through you, and you just splinter the rug. It is still animated and moving around, but you and the other dude are now out of it. And then Duratan, if you want to take the rest of your attacks, go for it.
oh, both of them are out?
Yep.
Excellent. Yeah, I swing again. Second one to hit, that is at least a 20 to hit. 24 to hit.
Hit.
And going to do 10 points of radiant damage.
Awesome. It is looking very threadbare. Not only did it just have 2 adult men break out of it, but it is taking a lot of damage.
Great. And it with the sap property, it does have disadvantage on its next attack roll.
Ooh. Remind me of that, because I won't remember.
Okay.
Thank you. I'm so new to all of those weapon proficiencies and stuff, or the mastery ones, that, yeah, I'll never remember. Awesome. Anything else you would like to do?
That is it. If I can place myself in between them and the rug, and kind of have my shield out with my long sword.
Between Kaelen and the guest and the rug, you mean? Is that what
Right.
you're
Yeah.
talking about?
Yeah. To kind of put
Cool.
my body in between to protect.
Okay, so that is Duratan's turn. That now is the swords. So we have 4 animated swords floating around this room. 2 of them are engaged with Cornelia and Cressida, and those are also the ones that are closest to Amuun. And then the other 2 are not by you guys, so they are going after guests in the room. So I'm gonna go ahead and roll to see what happens
Thank God,
there.
it's just innocent
everyone
victims,
in the room.
not us. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Okay, both of those are going to hit.
Oh.
Cool. I rolled like crap on the damage, so they are not dead.
Yay.
Everyone in the room except for basically Cornelia and you guys has like commoner stats. So
great.
they are still alive and they're not even bloodied because I rolled very badly on that damage.
They survived on commoner stats? Holy cow.
And aren't even bloodied, so like extra crazy.
The dingleberries.
These
rolled
aren't
real
rats.
bad.
These aren't rats. These are flying swords.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. I rolled really bad on that, thankfully, so we are all good. It was a 1 and a 2 on those d8s. So, okay, those are the swords. Oh, I have to roll for the 2 with Cornelia and Cressida. Hold on 1 second.
Oh no.
No, you don't. Just forget it. It's fine.
It's fine. Those are both going to hit. And so then that up next is going to be the armor. So we have both armor statues. One is going to move over to Amuun, and one is going to move up to Marklay as the closest to it.
No.
All right, so the one on Marklay is probably going to miss.
I doubt it.
That is only a 10 to hit.
Woo! Yay! That does miss. All right, that is lucky.
And
That means the
then the one
20
on
is saved for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's only a 17 to hit. Does that hit, Clay?
That hits.
Oh no, this is an old man, Becca. What the fuck is
Yeah,
wrong with you?
What the heck? Jeez. Come on,
With my
Becca.
poor wizard health.
Yeah. Oh no.
That's 6 bludgeoning damage
Okay.
as they kind of slam a rusty arm down onto you.
Cool.
Amuun, it is your turn. So you have animated armor right in front of you, and then kind of about 10-ish feet away are Cornelia and Cressida fighting the 2 swords, or 2 of the swords.
Okay. My question is it possible for me to try to assess the artifact and also defend myself, or would that be a 1-1 situation? Like to try to do an Arcana check or something?
So I would let you do an Arcana check if you wanted to check it out. It would be kind of surface level, just because, like, if you wanted to preserve your action. If you want, like, more, like, a deeper dive, then it would be, like, an action.
Okay, I think I'll do kind of a surface, just like as this warfare is happening around him, he's kind of like trying to suss out what's happening with the artifact. Just kind of a quick check before he gets bludgeoned by the armor. The arm, the armor.
The armor.
That was a nat 1, so
Good.
Oh,
it was
2 nat
11
ones,
with my
guys.
plus
First
10,
round.
but I don't know how the nat 1s work for you for like checks.
You
so-
got
they work
You got the
bad,
infinity in
Clay.
that cabin you're recording from. What's going on with this nat 1 crap?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, his
That
first roll
that
was
was-
at least, what was it, like a 21?
That-
so
That was a
it's not
different
totally
D20.
Okay.
I switched to a different D20 for this in hopes that it would be
No, go
better.
back.
Switch
It was
back.
not. So I'm going
Switch
back.
Go back. Yeah, just start edging back to that other D20. Oh gosh, how do I punish on a history check?
You have
You
Alzheimer's
think
now.
too hard and now you have a headache. Yeah, I don't know. We're gonna go with that. You feel a mild discomfort in your head because I can't think of a better
Great.
way to nat 1 a history check. Yeah, unfortunately you don't get anything out of there.
that's probably an alien feeling for Amuun. So he is definitely
that's
like,
true.
you know, like that's kind of weird.
You genuinely cannot remember a time you've ever had a headache before. So this like stabbing sensation kind of hits you like migraine style, and you're like, what the? And it does kind of jar you a little bit in there. Yeah.
And you're incapacitated and restrained.
And you're petrified.
Just kidding.
You just die. You have a heart attack. You just die. You're done.
First headache is the worst one, they say.
Yep. All right. If I'm still able to do an action, I would love to cast Mage Armor on myself.
Yeah, totally.
So, and put my AC up to 15. I believe it does. So.
Perfect. Do you have a bonus action you'd like to do?
No.
And I'm guessing you don't want to move because that would trigger an opportunity attack, but dealer's choice.
Yeah. I'll stay on my chair, I guess.
Just sitting there.
Yeah, you're just gonna stand. That's what happens. You get hit with the headache and you fall backwards in your chair. So you are prone in the chair.
Oh no.
But you have your mage armor that is not affected at all, and this guy, the armor is kind of like on the other side of the feetsies of your chair. So, Marklay, you are up.
Cool. I know that the armor is in front of me, but I'm curious about the statues that were coming in.
Yeah.
Where are they at, and how close are they to each other?
So they are right next to each other. So like area of effect, you'd probably be able to get both of them. They are sized large, just to help you size that out. So, so they're 10 feet instead of the 5 feet. And they are on like the eastern wall. So they would be actually like, if you wanted to do area of effect something, another, that would be perfect for that because there's like no one in their vicinity because everyone has kind of migrated to the western side and they're on the eastern side.
Do you think I could hit both of their feet with a grease spell to make them have to make a dex throw or fall prone?
Probably. What's the radius on grease?
Grease is, I've got 60 feet to cast it, but it's a 10-foot square centered on a point within range.
Yeah, so if you did that, it's a 10-foot square, you could get 1 foot on each of them, and I would count that. So.
Hell yeah. Then I just really want to do that because they're the tallest things in the room, and I feel like Marklay wants to bring them down to size in my mind. But this whole time he's yelling, no, this is unacceptable, and he's gonna quicken spell the grease at the two guys, and as that appears, they need to make a dexterity saving throw of 15, I believe, or fall prone.
What does the quicken spell do? It
allows me to turn an action into a bonus action so that I can pull out a scroll that I have to cast mage armor as my action, inspired by my good friend Amuun over here. I also don't want to have my AC be so squishy, so...
Did you say dex save?
Yes, a dex save of 15.
They both fail.
Hey, I had a feeling these big fucks wouldn't be very dexterous.
Yeah, no, they big boys. Do they fall immediately, or is it like on their turn?
No, it says when
Not that I guess it really matters.
When the grease appears, each creature standing in the area must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or have the prone condition. So I would say that means they've got it. All right, so I knock both of them prone with my bonus action and then whip out a scroll to give myself mage armor. And then I, unlike Amuun, I'm not afraid of the opportunity attack. I run from the armor that is near me.
Where would you like to go?
Far away from it? I don't know. That's going to be hard, isn't it?
So you can get away from it. But getting away from everything is the tricky part. You could move and
come stand behind me.
Go.
Yeah, there we go. Can I go stand?
Can you stand behind the big hulking orc?
Behind the big hulking orc.
Okay. Yeah, let me roll my opportunity attack. So that's the armor.
Fine.
That's a 22 to hit.
Fuck, yeah, that will hit. Even if I shield, dang, I thought for sure I could keep it. I could best the croak goat with shield and mage armor, but I should have known.
That's a 5. So 5 bludgeoning damage.
Oh, I'm wounded! I yell as
And basically, since you're running away, it swats you on the butt as you run, is what it's doing with its giant
Good.
metal
I'm
arm.
holding both hands to my butt and running like a cartoon character, like as it hits me, yelping.
Get behind me, little one.
You do have a slight exposed side
Not
towards the
average
swords,
height.
but they're the
Average
ones
height
engaged with.
for a halfling. Sorry, just not a little one. Average height.
Good.
So yeah, but the two swords that you're sort of ish near are the ones with Cressida and Cornelia. So you're good.
Cool.
Okay. Anything else, Marklay?
No, that's an action, a bonus action and movement. I think I'm plumb out.
Sweet. Then that is the statues. So what is the deal with Greece? So they have to do like a check to get up?
Yeah, I guess. They're both just knocked prone from that. I was hoping it would help other people have a chance to escape or whatever. Or near, even though there's not really anyone near them, I guess. But, really just wanted to knock them down. And then that's really it. Any creature that enters the area will have to do the same thing on their turn. So they have the prone condition.
So starting their turn in it,
I don't
they
think
can just stand up
I think
and
they
walk
can
out
just
of it?
stand up and walk out of it. Yeah, it actually sucks. Grease spell sucks.
Grease spell does suck. I assumed it was going to do something a little
I know,
cooler.
right?
No, you know what? No, I'm rewriting this. I'm going to do a save to get up because that's bullshit that I can just stand up and walk out of the grease
it's
pit.
kinda lame.
I refuse. That's poorly written. I'm throwing down my pen. All right. We're going to do, I don't know. What is acrobatics is like dex, right? So we'll do a dex check for these.
I guess it does
for
take
big
half
boys.
of their movement to get up still, so they may not be able to get close to anything.
Get to anybody. Yeah, that's the
If
one
they-
thing that.
Well, unfortunately, there are some guests that would be accessible
Oh no.
because they.
Yeah, no, they should stay on the ground.
Well, there's my first nat 20.
Oh, perfect. Good. It's the fucking
So-
statue does a Dwayne the Rock Johnson kip up and lands on its feet like there's no problem. Just,
Yeah.
Is that the shoulder
No,
thing?
what that
Kicks
one's
up
going
from the
to
shoulder.
yeah,
do-
exactly. Yeah.
So they both are. So I set a DC 10 to stand up successfully
That's
just
fair.
because this is a made up mechanic.
Yeah, that's fair.
And so they both passed it, one barely with a 10, but the other one did it real cool like. So what I'm going to have them do is that guy is going to do his attack flavored as that he's actually steamrolling the guest in front of him instead of doing
that's
his
nice.
like slam attack thing. So that's what he's going to do is Nat 20 Boy is going to roll forward and steamroll the guest in front of him, and less cool non-Nat 20 Boy is going to swing his arm down on a guest, or he's just going to fall forward like slam style, like a weeble wobble. Okay,
How those guests do? Are they looking
and they each
good?
get 2 attacks.
This guest is fucked.
They're gonna get squished.
Done, dude.
Only one of those actually hit, so we are hopefully good on these poor. One of them is going to get 1 attack, but it might kill them. Ooh.
Ooh.
No, they did. Okay.
Okay.
So one of the guests, the one that felt like got fallen forward on, you just hear a splat, and that guest is smushed.
You got our hopes up that
Yeah.
they were alive.
I know.
Now we can't help them.
I know, I got my hopes up because I only rolled 2 damage on the die, and so I was like, well, what's the modifier? Are they gonna make it? Are they gonna make it? And no, it's +5, so they did not make it. Yeah, and so you hear one guest cry out in pain as it is smashed by one of the large statues coming in. And that is the statue's turns. So next, we are back up at the top of the order with Kaelen. You are outside of the rug. You are behind Duratan right now, but you can very easily get to the rug if you want. You very easily can get to one of the suits of armor or the swords that are engaging with Cornelia and Cressida. You've got a lot of options here, and you are not in opportunity attack range of any of them, so you have free movement.
Sounds good. I'm gonna go. I want to be within 15 feet. I want to be exactly 15 feet away from one of the armors that attacked Amuun.
Oop, you are there.
And then as my cantrip of my attack action, I want to use lightning lure. So as Kaelen runs to help Amuun, you see these tattoos start to glow a little bit golder, and this gold beam of lightning reach out and attempt to grab one of those armors to pull towards him. And that is a strength saving throw of 15.
Okay. So that's a 12 on the dice plus...
Wisdom save.
Strength save, is that what you said? Or... That is just a 14, so it fails.
Let's go. So he's pulled 10 feet toward me, whichever armor that was. And because it pulled him 10 feet to within 5 feet of me, he takes 2d8 of lightning damage, which would be 12 lightning damage to that armor.
Good.
And that is one of the attacks. Man, I love this new. This is probably a play test for a reason. And then as he's coming in, taking that damage, Kaelen's going to wind up and just try to clobber him right in the face.
Punch it in the face.
Mollywop.
Yeah, just right in the face. And so that is a what's my plus? That is a 10 to hit.
That does not hit.
Yeah, but as he fully whiffs that punch, he is going to attempt to roundhouse double kick with a flurry of blows. And the first one is a nat 1.
Monk rolls. You end up in the armor this time.
This is great. You're in the armor. Oh gosh.
That might help you.
I hope Duratan sees it because he's gonna slash at you and kill you inside the armor. Accidentally.
I just. Ugh.
Yeah. So you are super close to where one of the animated swords is like fighting with Cressida and Cordelia. And so as you whiff with this nat 1, your leg, you do that roundhouse kick and you lose your balance, which is something that almost never happens with you, and you fall into the space just as one of these swords is going by, and you're gonna take 5 slashing damage.
Oh wait, hold on. He's within 5 feet of me, right? Or
Nope,
no?
not anymore. He moved.
I moved. Buck, do I still get my second flurry kick?
Yes, you still do. Yeah. You just got nipped by that sword.
Am I prone or I just missed?
You just missed. Yep. You just and it took that little bit of damage. Yep.
Cool, and that would be a 20, dirty 20.
Hit.
For 8. This is bludgeoning this time. Bludgeoning damage. He's just gonna kick him with the front side.
Awesome.
Or the shin kick almost.
Awesome. It is looking...
Did Kaelen notice any sort of extra damage coming from that kick?
From bludgeoning damage?
Yeah. No? It's an armor. I thought... Anyway, just keep going.
Let me double check and let me make sure. No, Kaelen observes nothing.
As he's like, what's going on?
But you do feel super cool when that second kick hits and makes a very satisfying dent in it. And you do notice that it is now the armor's equivalent of bloody, which I'm going to call rusting. It is now rusting profusely as it is very damaged. Anything else for your turn?
I would like to... Can I get on the other side of him so that I'm more
like
between him and
Amuun?
Amuun? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If I can do that without being attacked, since all I do is take damage right now, that would be great.
You can skirt around the other side away from the swords.
Sounds awesome.
That is the rug's turn. It is going to try to grapple Duratan. Let's see here.
It does
All
have
right.
disadvantage on its first attack roll, so I don't know if you would classify this,
I will, just because with its feature, what it does is it rolls an attack and then it can choose to grapple instead of doing damage, so I'm going to count that as it. Oh man, 2 5s. Why am I rolling like Kyle over here? This is not okay. So it fails with its attack on there. And then it looks really embarrassed and it kind of bows its tassels a little bit in like a little sheepish manner. Just a little sad that it couldn't grapple and smother you to death.
kill the rugs, guys. That's
rug
not
is...
Duratan. Duratan is angry at the rug. He wants to
It's
kill the
another
rugs.
guest.
It's another guest. I can play any NPC I want.
Yeah,
right?
that's
Like,
how
I
it
can
works.
just add
Yeah, that is
that's
how it
it
works.
ends.
This is like a
It's your
normal
tavern.
session and rats versus commoners, so we all have to right now roll a commoner at the party that we are also playing at.
Yes, every time a commoner dies, we also have to
create
play
one.
that
Yeah.
commoner.
A new one. That is the rug's turn, and now it is Duratan's turn.
Duratan, yeah, he's gonna cut at this rug. There's nobody inside it, right? He just double checks. He's not
Correct.
gonna slice anybody inside.
Peek in there. Nope. No one
Great.
to slice.
First attack is a 22 to hit.
Hit.
That is 11 plus 4, 15 points of radiant damage.
Damn.
Baby.
Tell me how you decimate this rug.
Oh, yes. This rug, sheepishly embarrassed, tucks back a little bit, and Duratan raises his shining blade and just slices up the rug and then cuts it in half and just dices up this rug
Like Zorro.
in front of him. And yes, rug is down. He's got another attack that he can make. Is there
Yeah.
anybody that he can get to? Let's see, who's in? We got the armor piece that Kaelen was fighting, right? Is that the closest to me that I could make a difference there?
Yeah, so that's the one that's like engaged with someone. There is the armor that had attacked Marklay that's like 10 feet away from you. That's pretty close. And then the statues are moving into the room, kind of stalking guests as they go. And then there
what
are
is
the other swords
closest
too that attack and stuff.
Which one's closest to a guest? Is there one that's closest to a guest?
I would guess that it's one of the statues.
Okay, I'm gonna charge over to one of the statues to get in between the statues and any of the commoner guests,
Cool.
if I can get there.
Yep.
And gonna go and just kind of sprint over, run, and just try to lunge with my longsword and just stab into the statue into its chest.
Okay. Just as a heads up, moving over there does put you in melee also with one of the suits of armor, just as like an FYI. So you have two thingies
Okay.
in your sphere now.
Okay, 22 to hit again.
Hit.
Yeah, rolling bad on damage. 10 points of radiant damage, and it has disadvantage on its next attack roll.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And that's my action. I don't think I have any bonus actions to do right now, so I am good on that. Maybe I want to smite. Do I want to smite, guys?
I think we want to
don't
smite. I think you might want to smite.
I'm smiting. We're smiting. I got a bonus action to
Smite
use.
this
I'm
bitch.
using it. I hit, and then my bonus action smite. I'm gonna do divine smite, which is 2d8 damage. And that's gonna be 9 extra points of radiant damage.
Nice.
He lunges forward, stabs in with his longsword, and just like twists it and just forces more radiant energy into the statue.
Yeah, you find like a crevice between where like pieces of stone have been attached together to form the shape. What should this shape be? I'm gonna say it's like one of the gods. It's Coralon, the elven god. We'll go with that. So you're killing an elven god. I hope you're happy with this. Wow.
Yeesh.
Next up are the swords. So 2 are with the commoners in front of them, and then 2 are with Cornelia and Cressida. I did crit on one of them. It would be the one in front of Cornelia. I'm letting Duratan know in case he wanted to do something to take my crits from me.
Becca, did you just crit?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
have
did,
something
Kyle.
for you.
Yeah.
Duratan touches his guardian emblem on his chest, on his armor, and turns a crit attack into a regular attack, and expends 1 use of that, and has 3 of those uses he can use per long rest, and turns that crit into a normal attack. And I think that the I think the way that happens is he sees the attack happen and activates it, and it's like kind of like the opposite of a smite. So like instead of like the weapon hitting with more force, it's like that radiant like healing energy surrounds it and just
Dulls the
blocks
blade.
some of that. Dulls the blade, makes it a little bit softer, that hit.
That is very cool. And Cornelia thanks you. Maybe not without even realizing what had happened. Fine, take my crit, Kyle. For the record, I've never taken one of your crits, I don't think. It was always Scott.
You and your friends have, though. And it was usually silvery barbs, and then I would re-roll and totally miss. So it was like,
yeah, it was great. Okay, so the one on Cornelia hits, and then one of the other guests, no-name guests, hits, and that guest goes down across the room, and then the other two swords miss on their attacks. Next up is the armor. So one of them is with Kaelen, and one is with Duratan. Let's do Duratan first. That is a 17 to hit, which I don't think with your armor.
that misses.
Okay.
Just
and
misses.
then it's going to swing again. And that one is a 19 to hit.
19 will hit.
It does 5 bludgeoning damage. So next up with Kaelen.
He's attacking me?
Uh-huh. Your
so
armor is attacking.
He's ready.
So I
He's
still
ready
have
for your
Blade
attempt.
Ward on.
Okay.
So I still have Blade Ward on, so that's a subtract a d4. Do I roll that? Or do you?
Is that like from my attack? Is that what it is? Yeah, why don't you roll it? We're at a 19 right now.
The -3, so nada.
The 16 hit you. Nope.
It does not.
And then the next one is a crit.
But does it? Well, because it says whenever a creature makes an attack roll against you before the spell ends, the attacker subtracts 1d4. Does this from the attack roll? Is that the total or is that the actual die?
That'd be the total. So
I
it would
think
probably
it's
still
total.
Yeah, so it won't
crit,
even matter, 'cause
but
it's crit.
well, it would still crit if it still hits, is what I would.
Yeah, I
roll it.
think
The
that
24 currently. I don't know what your AC
I can't.
is.
Yeah, well, it can't go. It's 18. It
go
can't
down low enough?
down.
Okay.
Yeah. No. Dang it.
So that is 11 bludgeoning damage.
Bludgeoning. I will use my reaction to deflect attack.
Okay.
Which is I can, if it's bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing, I can reduce the total by a d10 plus 10.
Cool.
And if it goes to 0, I could redirect it, and we'll see.
Well, you would automatically, if it's a D10 plus 10, so you would redirect it back at me. So is it the full, or what is
No,
the end of that
so
text
the
again?
reaction reduction is just, the reaction is just the reduction. And if I choose to, if it gets to 0, I can choose to try to redirect it with a focus point or key point or whatever it's called. And you know what? Why not? Let's do that.
Why not? Do it.
So I will.
This
use
is the only fight you guys are going to have, so I say do it.
Yeah, definitely.
Like you're gonna kill us all.
He needs to make a DC 15 Dex saving throw, or he takes some damage.
I'm guessing that's going to fail because that's a 4 on the die. Or a 4.
And he would take 8 plus 4, 12 bludgeoning damage.
Oh.
Nice.
It was bludgeoning, right?
Yes.
Is what it was originally?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
It takes whatever the.
It gives.
Whatever it was.
Yeah, it is so close to Death's Door. Whatever like animated armor Death Door is, it is so close. But it is limping along. Its legs are backwards. One arm is fallen off, but it is still hanging on. That is it for the armor's turn. Next up is Amuun. So you have nothing in direct melee with you. There's the barely limping along armor close-ish by. There are the swords. You can also do like range for pretty much anything.
Is the So is the armor the closest thing still to me, or?
Yes. Well, actually, it's equal distance between that and one of the swords.
Okay. I would like to cast Ray of Frost at the armor.
Okay.
That is limping. 16 to hit.
That misses. I'm sorry. Anything you can do to bump it? I don't even know.
Bump it.
Just turn that die a little bit.
No, I don't think
Just
push it over.
tweak it.
You can,
I don't think so.
here's what you can do. Squint your eyes real quick and say, oh, wait, I was reading it wrong. That's actually 21 to hit.
Oh, I was reading it wrong. I was looking at
It's
my
so
other
dark in
die.
here.
Oof.
That's all right. It was just a cantrip. And then, I would like to stand up from my chair. I think at this point, I'm
that's
not sure I want to actually move anywhere. I don't think I want to move anywhere, but I'll stand up.
Stand.
just to be ready for whatever happens. And then, it's bonus action. Amuun just taps his staff against the ground, and the head of his staff becomes this animated kind of cobra head. So I'm activating the Staff of the Adder as the bonus action.
Cool.
Amazing. Does it get to do anything on its activation, or is it next turn?
No, next turn.
Gotcha. Very
But it
cool.
can be damaged. It can be damaged now that it's alive. So
Activated? Okay.
Amuun's
If it
staff
gets
is coming
damaged
alive
and, down
too.
to
Kill
zero-
it. Sorry.
Kill it! If it gets damaged down to 0, is it broken? I just don't want.
Yeah.
I would feel real bad if I broke your stuff. Okay.
I mean,
You feel
That's
that
part
you're
of the
trying
game.
to kill us right now.
Yeah,
I'm just so bad
You
if I
guys,
break your
I don't
stuff.
mind, but your stuff is off limits.
Poor
okay?
innocent little
There are-
man, if I
Snake
broke
staff.
this
There are
staff, that would
boundaries.
feel horrible.
Yeah.
All of these random party guests and all the players, they can just.
No. Murdering an old man sitting in a chair, fine.
Hey, he's standing now,
Breaking
damn
a
it.
staff?
All right.
No.
He's standing. He's fair game.
He had it coming. He stood up. Anything else for your turn, Amuun?
No, I'm gonna stay right where I am.
Yeah, you're in a good place. In fact, actually, if you want, you can scoot back 5 feet just to be a little further away from melee if you'd like. But up to
Sure,
you.
why not? I'll do that.
Okay.
Don't fall for it. There's a tapestry behind you that's gonna come alive.
Oh no,
The
you fell
curtains.
into a pit and died. Okay. So next up is Marklay.
That's me.
That's me.
Woohoo! You said this room was 50 feet by 60 feet.
Yes, sir.
So most things are probably within a 40-foot cube.
Probably.
Probably.
The swords probably would be hard to capture all of them in there.
Okay, that's fine.
But
Could I get the armor, the statues, and the swords that are attacking the girls? Or is it?
Goyles.
Yeah.
You could do the armor statues and the non-girls attacking swords.
I'll live with
the
that.
guest attacking ones, or you can do or you would miss one statue if you wanted to get the ones attacking the girls.
Sorry, statues are too important to me after they wasted my fucking grease spell last time. I need to get them. All right, Marklay, as he's freaking out as his event is ruined right now, his eyes go white and you see gears start turning in them because he's going to activate his innate sorcery to raise the AC on my spell saves by 1 point for the next minute, and then he's going to cast slow on the room and target the 2 statues, the swords that are not attacking the girls, and the armor. That is a wisdom saving throw of 16 that they all need to make, and anybody who fails has their speed halved. They take a -2 to their AC and dexterity saving throws. They can't take reactions, and on their turn they can only do 1 attack if they take the attack action or a bonus action. They can't, they're very limited in what they can do.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
let's start with the DC. Is DC 15?
16 now because of the innate
Okay.
sorcery wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom. Okay. I don't think these animated objects are that wise.
That's what
but
I'm
we'll
counting
see.
on.
We'll hope it on that. Yeah, I don't think the -4 is going to really help on this. So I have to crit for the armor.
Yeah. Okay, good. Well, that's very plausible with Becca, though, still.
Yeah, it's very
I'd say it's about
Okay, so the
50-50
armor
shot.
fails.
50-50 shot. It either passes or it
It's
fails.
the best odds you're going to get with Becca.
That's how it is.
It's
Yep.
All right, so statues pass, armor fails, and then the two swords.
fucking statues pass, of all things.
These statues are friggin' champs.
I hate
man.
them so much.
I hate them.
I hate tall things rubbing their tallness in my face.
And then the swords have -3 as well, so we'll see.
We'll see.
19 or a 20. They both fail.
Okay, great. So as long as I make it
So-
nearly mathematically impossible for Becca to succeed,
Yeah.
I can get something to be impacted. Good.
Something. Yeah.
All right.
So now 2 of the swords, both armors, and are
Not-
affected by that. And I'm going to need your help remembering all
Yes.
of that.
So -2 to their AC and to their dexterity saving throws. They can't take reactions. And then on their turns, they can only take an action or a bonus action. And if they do the attack action, it can only be one attack, not a multi-attack.
Okay, so animated armor no longer gets their... Okay, I'm just updating their sheet as we go. Okay. Updated.
And I'm just assuming none of them are going to cast spells, because it would do something if they were spellcasters, but I don't think
No,
that's going to
none
come.
of them are spellcasters. They're not glue like that.
That will
Anything
be
else?
it for me. Wait, Kyle ran away, so I'm not behind him to hide anymore.
Right.
But now a bunch of stuff is slow, so can I just get like far away from, the slowest stuff? I don't know.
If you want, you can go to kind of like the...
Give me near
One of the
Amuun. You said he
corners?
was like close to being away from some melee stuff. Can I just get near Amuun?
You can. I'd almost recommend you go the opposite direction, though, because he's like within 15 feet of stuff, and in the opposite direction would put you within like 30 feet of the closest thing.
As long as that stuff, can't get to me. If it's stuff that
and
has
the
this
thing that
movement
is-
halved, so
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so the armor would be within 20 feet of you, but it's slowed, and its movement is halved.
yeah.
So, it would not be able to get to you. And then the statue is in melee with Duratan.
I'm gonna
so
that's where I'm headed then. Bring me to the sweet safety of a
Bring me
remote
there.
area.
Okay, you're now in the lower left corner. Not that that means anything because you can't see the map.
That's
but
very important to me.
You're
Thank
there.
you.
Yeah.
I'm in the left corner. Good.
You're in the left corner. All right. That is the statue's turn. So they are going to amble forward.
One of them gets disadvantage. on its
Yeah,
attack.
it's the one in front of you, right? The one that you hit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I use my restore balance feature to make it a flat roll.
Marklay really hates tall
I hate
people.
tall stuff. Well, I mean, the feature is restore balance, and I just would like to keep things fair. As somebody from the Order realm, I don't want him to have disadvantage.
All right, so one of the statues is going to stomp forward and start swinging at guests, and then the other one will swing at Duratan right in front of them. So let's start with Duratan. The first one is going to be a 25 to hit.
Jeez, with disadvantage?
Oh, that's right, it's disadvantage. Never
Yeah,
mind.
Becca.
Yes.
That'll be a 25.
A 23 to
Of
hit.
course. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah. I suppose.
And the second one's gonna miss. That one's only like a 15 to hit. Okay, so one hit will be only 9 bludgeoning damage as it slams forward onto you. Tries
Easy.
to hug you.
No. No hugs.
Roll for hug. And then I roll for the other statue on the guests. And it will hit once. And one of the guests is taken out.
They're not within 5 feet of me, are they?
No, they're like up towards
Yeah.
the top or further up. And that is the statue's turn. Next, we get to the top of the order again with Kaelen. So you have the basically dead armor in front of you.
And then Amuun is behind me now by like 20?
Yeah, he's like 10 feet behind you.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna try to pop this armor right in the face. Just normal punch.
Cool. And its AC is lowered, so I believe in you.
18 to hit?
Hit. You kill it. How do you do it?
Yeah.
At one
just,
HP.
I mean,
One
just
HP.
out of so much frustration, rears back and just right in the face again, just to try and we'll go in the chest this time. Just right in the chest to try to and it explodes into its all little armory pieces. And then is there the other armor's like right next to him, right? Or like near him?
No, the other armor is you can still get to it, but it is not. It's like further down by Duratan.
What's closest to Amuun right now?
Just the two swords fighting the girls, and
Going
then
to the
otherwise he's chilling
swords.
by himself. Okay.
Going to the swords. And then so for my second attack of the attack action, I would like to attempt to, and you'll have to let me know if I can do this, to grab the hilt of the sword and attempt to smack it on the ground as my attack.
The whole sword on the ground? Yes, it sounds cool.
why
Let's
not?
do it.
Just tell me what to roll and we'll see if it works.
Well, first, go ahead, give me. We're gonna start with a grapple check.
I was going to
so
say,
go
I think
ahead,
by
roll me
definition, this is a
athletics.
grapple to grab something
Yeah.
like that.
21.
That definitely grapples the shit out of the sword. So
Sweet.
then go ahead and give me just like one of your normal attacks, whatever is like one of your highest ones, whatever you have on your sheet.
Okay. 13.
That hits.
Nice.
So you slam it down, and then go ahead and roll me your damage that you would do on that attack.
That would be 10 damage.
Nice.
And
It
I'm
is
assuming
looking very bad. It's all bent wonkily.
I'm assuming I'm just holding onto this sword, correct? I would like. I'm getting. No, I won't do that. Why? Just let me know. I would like to swing this sword at the other sword. Is that?
That's the way to do it.
Yes, that's awesome.
Well, I guess. What kind of sword is it? I might not even be able to.
That's
actually
true. Do
swing
you have
this thing.
proficiency in this type of sword?
Is it a
You know how to
short
use a
sword
weapon like this?
or a scimitar?
I imagined it as like those ones that are like, you know, the long curvy ones that like fancy generals would hold up to lead people into battle. That's what I'm imagining, but I don't know what the name of that is. So it's probably not a short
a
sword
scimitar.
though, because I imagine those are short.
I think scimitar.
Right? Yeah, that sounds like a
Scimitar fits. Yeah.
Scimitar.
Yeah, can you do a scimitar? Are those allowed?
Yeah,
On your
I
sheet?
have acceptability to
Sounds
swing one of
great.
those.
Yeah, go for it.
To swing at the other sword that's right there.
Yeah, you
Maybe.
won't do damage to the one you're swinging, but you will do damage to the other one. I draw a line somewhere.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. 24 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Cool. Oh, and this is with the flurry of blows. That's the actual mechanic of it. So that first one, an 8 on that, plus 4, 12.
Nice. You shear off like an entire chunk of it with that, and it is barely still animated. I was gonna say holding on, but
Okay. The second one was a 15 to hit.
that misses on that guy. Yeah.
That's pretty good, though.
And then, yeah, I'll stay there in that
Go
spot.
ahead and give yourself an inspiration on there because that delighted me.
No nat ones and an inspiration. What a turn, Dayne.
Wow. It's just coming up, Dayne, right
We're turning
now.
things around, boys.
Oh yeah.
We complain about Becca's good rolls, and then she lets us do stuff like this.
Yeah, I know.
See, it's all balance. All important balance. Next up is Duratan.
Great. Statue in front of me.
Yep, and armor behind you. It's a regular old party.
Awesome. I'm stabbing at the statue. This attack is maybe not going to hit. This is a 12 plus 16 to hit.
That just misses.
Come on, this guy's so big. How can you even miss? Lower his AC, Becca. Come on.
That's
Just because he's so strong. He's a big
Come
strong
on.
boy.
Come on,
Just
just
Come on.
come on.
I
All
already
right.
accidentally
missed the
made one
first
of the sword's AC lower because I can't read, so.
All right. Second one is a 29 to hit.
yeah, that hits. That's just a
Good.
scooch.
That's better.
Good. That's better. 9 points of radiant damage. Wait, no, it's 13 points of radiant damage.
Cool.
And that's his action. Those 2 attacks. I think that's all he's gonna do. Is do that one attack.
Okay.
Yeah. So he's got the armor in front of him, or the statue in front of him is not slowed, but the armor's slowed. Right. If I recall.
Yeah, the statues didn't get
the armor
slowed.
is slowed.
Okay.
And then 2 of the swords is remaining.
Yeah, that's gonna be it for his turn.
Okay. Next are the swords. So the 2 that are not engaged with one of you all are the slowed ones, and they're just going to kind of scooch their way forward as guests have left their area. And then the one that is grappled by Kaelen is going to attack Kaelen.
Quit hitting yourself, Kaelen. Quit hitting yourself.
It's grappled.
All right, there's a 15 on the die for a 19 to hit.
So I still have Blade Ward. Blade Ward's for a minute. Minute is like 10 rounds, right?
Yeah, that's going to be up for like basically the entire encounter.
Okay,
So if you want to
so-
go to roll that d4.
Yeah. That's a -4, so it does not hit.
Nice.
Nice.
And then its friend is going to attack you because it didn't like
Stop
getting
it.
its friend's body lobbed into it. And it's going to miss with a 4 on the die.
Is your blade ward like a tiny, like little tiny blades that comes in and like fights the blade that tries to hit?
Yeah, why
Little
not?
helicopter
It's-
blades.
I view it as more of
I was
just like
joking. I don't think that's gay. I don't know, but yeah, so that's.
I
so
view it
funny.
as like
Pretty
just
sure
this
it's canon
like
now.
thin aura almost around. It's like just a
Of tiny
little golden.
blades.
Yeah, why not? Almost like mosquitoes, like those gnats that like just clump up together just around me.
How pleasant feeling. That is the sword's turn. Next, we have armor, which there's only one of those left, and it's behind Duratan. Duratan, Marklay, was there any affecting of the actual attack itself?
Just
It's
just
like
that they can only do
reduced it to one, right?
Yeah, correct.
Okay. So that is going to be a 17 to hit. I think that misses you, right? Duratan?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, misses.
Okay, cool. So that is its turn. And we are at Amuun's turn.
How many enemy entities are on the field right now?
7.
There's 7. Okay.
That's a lot of that.
2 are very badly injured. 3 have not been touched. 4 have not been touched. And then 1 statue looks like some chunks are missing.
Okay. I'm going to upcast Magic Missile at 3rd level to hit 5 of those.
Nice.
So whichever 5 are closest to me, I think is probably what I'll try to hit.
Yeah, that would do
And-
logically the 4 swords plus the uninjured statue, if that works for you.
But yeah, that works. Amuun, when he goes to cast the spell, is going to pull out this clay tablet that has all of these symbols etched into it. And he's going to use the Order of Scribes feature. Can't remember exactly what it's called. It's the like Awakened spellbook. Change the damage type of Magic Missile to be fire, using one of the other spells that he has for that level. Just in case that does anything extra. So
extra oomph.
instead of force. Yes. So 5 darts, each one's going to strike each of those, and then each one does 1d4 plus 1 fire damage.
Let's start with the 2 that are not affected by slow, and we'll just go in that order. So go ahead and give me 2 rolls for those 2 swords.
I rolled the wrong die, so let me roll the right one now. The first one was 2, so
Yeah, that doesn't hit.
Wait, what? To hit? These are magic missiles. So
no, they
hit. That's damage.
They hit. It's the damage.
Oh, they hit? Oh, okay, that's the damage.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. You take one of the swords out. It explodes.
So 2 fire damage. And then the next one is 3 fire damage.
Okay, that one is still barely limping on.
Then whatever's next is 4 fire damage.
Okay, that's another sword. Next to sword.
And then 5 fire damage. It just went up each time.
Oh, perfect.
Very nice. And then you have a 5th one, right, that you get to do?
Oh, yeah. I forgot how many that was already.
You have 4 down.
Yeah, so that was... so the last one was 3 fire damage.
Whoa. Yeah, I've never played a character that has magic missile. I'm not cool like that.
It's a great spell.
That's shocking that you haven't, since it's the mathematical best DPS option for a spellcaster.
The mathematical best option for her is to crit, and she can't crit with magic
You're very
missile.
right about that. It doesn't apply to Becca.
I've
Very
never
true.
researched what's like the best of anything, really.
That was just the first thing I ever remember learning about D&D is that magic missile is technically the best DPS option.
Yep.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Huh. That's cool.
Yeah.
Anything else
First
for
time
you,
playing any
Amuun?
class can use it. No, I think that's gonna be it for him.
Very cool.
Yep, that'll be it.
Marklay, you are up.
How much has one of the statues hasn't even taken damage, right? And the other one,
They just took their first damage.
okay, from his
Yeah.
magic missile, and then Kyle's in combat with the other one actively.
Yep, and then Kyle's in combat with 1 statue and the remaining armor. 1 statue and 2 swords are just chilling, like by themselves currently with guests. And then 1 sword is very badly injured in front of Kaelen.
I'm still fixated on these statues, and I forever will be. I am curious if I can get just them in a 30-foot cone at some angle and not get Kyle in that.
30-foot?
Yeah.
What's your movement?
My movement is 30. 30 feet of movement speed.
Yeah, you can get it and do the 30-foot cone, yeah.
Great. Then I am going to quickened spell again, and I'm going to cast Rhyme's Binding Ice on them. This one I feel like they're going to succeed because it's a Constitution saving throw, but it is 16 on the con save, and if they fail, they both will get on a failed save, a creature takes 3d8 cold damage and is hindered by ice formations for 1 minute, which reduces their speed to 0.
Cool. All right, so DC 16 con.
Yes.
I'll start with the one that is not in Kyle's melee.
Cool.
That's a crit, so that one passes,
Cool.
unless Kyle wants to react on that.
I can't on just an attack rolls that I can.
Oh, just on attack?
react to.
Okay. And then the other one gets a 16.
So they both succeed, okay, but I quickened it, so it was a bonus action to do that. I rolled 16 damage, so I'll take half of that because it's a response, so I'll take 8 cold damage.
They both
And then I'm going to use, and then I'm just going to fire off a Sorceress Burst at the one that Kyle is fighting. With my remaining action, which is just a cantrip spell. So let's see if I can hit it first. That is a 21 to hit.
Hit.
All right. And I've never used this cantrip before, but I get to roll 2d8 and I can choose what kind of damage it is. And if I roll an 8, I get to keep rolling every time I roll an 8 on the dice. And
nice.
up to.
So you get to choose damage type. Is it from a table or is it just like any damage
Sorcerer's
type?
Burst, you can choose acid, cold, fire, lightning, poison, psychic, or thunder damage.
Go ahead and roll me an Arcana check, please.
I would love to roll you an Arcana check. Ooh, and I'm going to do pretty good on it. I think that's a 20.
Nice. You feel in your bones that these bad boys will not like thunder damage.
Okay.
Because it shakes their rocks apart kind of thing.
All right, excellent. I'm going to do thunder damage then on this guy, I think.
You think? Yeah.
Okay. Okay, 1 second. And I rolled 14 plus 6, 20 damage because I did get an 8 on one of those. So that's 20 thunder damage off of that cantrip.
You feel, as you watch this, that it does 40 damage on there.
Oh my gosh. From a cantrip?
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Maybe we should be playing
I
Sorcerer.
put my hand up very forcefully and I'm yelling, "Stop right now!" at it as I blast a huge thunderous bolt into it.
Oh man. It's like his
Yeah.
voice
Yeah.
like reverberates in the spell and like hits. Oh.
It had been like taking damage like pretty consistently, but it was still looking pretty okay until that. And it just looks like it's just kind of barely trying to not barely, but it's starting to lose its formation as it's kind of trying to shuffle its rocks back into place as chunks are falling off of it, and it's losing its structural integrity.
Excellent. That will be all
Dang,
for
it's
my
so
turn.
Sweet. So after Marklay are the statues. We'll start with the one in front of Duratan.
That'll be disadvantage.
I don't think I need it. I just got a 4. Let's see if it's a nat 1. Nope, that one misses. It's a 4. And then the second one will be, I think that's going to miss too. It is an 18 to hit.
18 just hits.
Okay.
These stinking statues.
Stinking statues.
Thinking
bro.
statues. 15 bludgeoning damage.
Jeepers.
I don't like that.
I don't like that either. That is.
Not like
that's-
15.
That's potent.
That was. Ow.
Somebody better start laying some hands on himself.
Yeah.
So then that is back up to the top with Kaelen.
Kaelen.
You are
Do I still have the sword in my hand, or is that the one that died?
you are currently grappling the sword still, yeah, and it is looking very bad. It's like barely the hilt of the sword is left on this thing.
It turned into a dagger in your hand at this point.
Yes, of course, of
Essentially.
course. And then, is there anything else close? Well, let's see what the sword is. I guess, it sounds corny, but flavorfully, I will try to just break this
Snap it?
sword. Mechanically, it's just punching it, but that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna try and break this.
I like it.
Good.
I like the flavor.
Good.
sword with my basic punch attack for a 26 to hit.
That hits.
It's just one of these.
Yeah. Just punching the shit out of this sword in your hand.
And that is 9 bludgeoning.
Ooh.
You very much kill it. How would you like to very
Yes.
much kill this?
Just a full snap and toss. Kaelen just snaps it,
Perfect.
tosses, and looks for the next threat, which I think is another sword flying around, maybe?
So there are 2 swords that are close by, and there is also the non-Duratan statue.
I'm gonna run over the non-Duratan statue, actually, if I can.
Mhm.
And do another. This one's gonna be a roundhouse kick, unarmed strike for an 18 to hit.
That hits.
Oh, let's go. So, and this is actually gonna be
The
force
idea
damage
of
because
kicking a statue.
As he punches, his fist glows gold and just punches for 12 force damage. For the bonus action, I'll just do the basic unarmed strike that I get as a monk.
Okay.
Monk. Or a natural 1 to hit.
Dayne.
I just
So many
don't.
bad ones.
Why?
Boys, we gotta huddle up.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's huddle up.
No more nat ones.
She
All right,
can't see what you're rolling. She doesn't actually know. You don't have to tell her.
You go to do. Did you say it was a punch or a kick? Which was this one?
This one was another punch. It was trying to do a
Okay.
jab kind of action.
Yeah. You misjudge the distance between you and the statue, and your knuckles just grate down the stone, and like it shreds kind of along that like whole part of your hand, and you take 3, we'll say, slashing damage.
Sweet. It just lets out a yelp. Just those bird like kind of. I can't do a bird call. just.
It's so
After-
high pitched, no one can hear it.
Right.
There's
That's
a wine
exactly-
glass on the table next to you that shatters or whatever.
Shatters.
Yeah.
You will him scream.
Duratan, you are up.
Good. I'm gonna try and take down this dang statue. Is it looking bad?
Compared to where it was, yeah.
Compared to
Better
where
be.
it
I just did
was.
40 damage to this fucking thing.
These are big ass statues, you guys.
There's too many. There should only be
Don't
one if they have
statue.
this much health. This is not fair. I'm protesting. I'm leaving. I moved these statues out of this room for a reason. They were an eyesore. Okay.
One just falls over with hurt feelings. I think.
Can I just do like a perception, hopefully free check, just to look and make sure there's not other items that are still getting animated around this room?
Oh, like new ones? Yeah,
Yes.
go for it.
Well, there's Amuun's
Okay.
staff. We've been over that. We need to snap that thing in half.
Right. Oh, my perception is that's an 8 on the little perception check there.
You don't see anything.
Cool. I'm gonna stab at this statue. All right.
Just stick to
Here we
what
go.
paladins
Come
do,
on.
all right? Start stabbing the evil thing. All right? Don't be
Come
looking
on,
around.
stab the
and
evil
protected,
thing.
man.
Stab the evil. Here you go, nat 20. That's what I need right here. That's what we need.
Crit, just crit,
It's
Kyle.
not what I needed. I got a non-natural 20, so the dice just
Pretty
misheard
close.
me, apparently. So,
I
non-natural
thought at
20.
first you meant a nat 1.
No.
Oh no, gosh, that would suck.
Apparently,
I think Dayne has the
dirty
rights
20
to all
hits.
of those, actually.
Dayne has the rights to nat ones in this. 20 hits.
Yeah, dirty 20 hits.
Good. Okay.
Good.
Dang, man. That is 8 points of radiant damage.
Okay.
Second strike. 13 to hit.
That misses.
A natural 2 on that.
Oof.
That's his action. I am going to lay my hands on myself, I think. That is bonus action.
Good call.
Gonna do some lay on hands. I'm gonna go ahead and hit myself for 20 points of healing.
Nice.
As my bonus action, and Duratan swipes at the statue and hits once, and then just puts his hand on his chest, and just you see this healing magic just kind of surround him and heal him up a little bit.
Awesome. So after Duratan's turn are the swords. So 2 of them are gone, and then the other 2 are still up. On their turn also is Cornelia and Cressida's turn. And you see Cressida is still kind of hanging back. She doesn't have any training or anything like that. But you see Cornelia start to scurry around the room to the different guests and things and different people who have been downed during this encounter. And then the swords are going to go. They are going to, let's see. One is going to move up to Amuun.
Does he pass me at all, or am I? Oh no, I went to. Never mind. Sorry.
Yeah, you went down. And then
I
one is
moved.
going to come to you, Kaelen. Yeah, you moved. Big mover. So the first one on Amuun is going to, I think, miss with an 11. I'm assuming with your mage armor that you have a higher AC than 11.
Yeah, I'm good. Thankfully.
And then the one on Kaelen is going to be a 17 to hit. And then you can roll your d4.
It doesn't hit.
It doesn't hit? Okay, perfect. Nah. And that is their turn. We have the armor. It's going to swing at Duratan and miss. And then we are to Amuun.
Yeah. Okay. Now, so the sword's like right in front of me, right? Because it tried to hit me.
Correct.
All right. I am going to use. Going to attempt to hit it with my staff, with the snake head that's kind of, hissing and moving about. So, I'm gonna roll this and then add my proficiency bonus and wisdom mod. Oh, do not think this is going to go very well. Check. That is a 10 to hit, which I'm guessing does not.
Yeah, that misses. Anything else?
No, I think that's gonna be it.
Okay. Marklay, you are up.
Cool. I think knowing what I now know about the effectiveness of thunder damage against our stone boys, I'm gonna twin spell my Sorcerer's Burst so that I can target each of them with a blast of thunder damage. So
Cool.
How I'm picturing him doing his magic for the Sorcerer's Burst is like a pile of astral gears like appears in front of him and builds itself into like a little gate circle. Like there's a test for the Order Realm to even access the magic, whenever he wants to do it, he has to quickly assemble these pieces sort of mentally. And he creates that gate and shouts out his stop command at them again. And the first shot at the one that Kyle's fighting is a 17 to hit.
That hits.
Okay, score.
Yes.
Ooh, yay. We got an 8 on one of those. 11 plus 7, so 18 thunder damage into the one that...
Oh my gosh. So close.
Fuck, it's still not dead.
Oh, no, wait. But it's double.
It's double, yes. Okay,
so
good.
we're good.
Okay, good.
How do you destroy
I was gonna say,
the statue in front of
36 is good.
Duratan?
Okay. One down.
It had 19 HP.
Oh, thank God. All right, next one is going to probably be much worse, but whatever. 18 to hit, so I know that will hit. And, ooh, no, God. Terrible roll for damage on this one. 4 thunder damage, double to 8. The dice giveth and they taketh away.
Taketh away. At least you have one less monster on the board now.
Yeah.
So you said 4? Okay, 4. So double it to 8.
Yes. And that's going to be it for my turn.
Awesome.
Well, I'm also, at the same time, I'm cleaning up a little mess near me. If something got, knocked over, I'm, setting it back up, trying to get things looking nice again near me during this.
Where you are, you could sweep up the broken glass from the glass that shattered from Kaelen's supersonic.
Yeah, good. That's what I'm doing, with my foot
grated.
while I cast the spell. I'm trying to make a pile, just
everything nice
The
and
whole
orderly.
room's getting destroyed, but Pinglepopper.
Is bringing the balance back,
He will,
man.
just bring the balance back, baby.
must have order.
Okay, so that's your turn, Marklay.
Yeah, that's
Nothing
it.
else?
That's it.
Okay, that's a big turn. So that is the remaining statue's turn, and they are going to swing out to try to smash Kaelen in front of them. I think that one's gonna miss. Oh wait, I forgot these guys are beefier. That would be a dirty 20 to hit, and then with your D4.
-2, 18, yeah. Hits me.
Okay, and then I'll just do the other attack and then add them together.
I'm gonna use my reaction to deflect one of them for the reduction of damage. So I don't
The
know
second one misses, so we'll do the damage for the first one that hits.
Do you get to use the deflection on? I thought it was just projectiles for that.
Deflect. It just says when an attack roll that includes bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing hits you, you can take a reaction to reduce the attack's total damage.
Oh, cool. I think that must be
And
an update.
The redirect can be either melee or ranged, depending on
Nice.
the ranged.
Nice.
Cool.
That's 9 bludgeoning is what hits you on that first attack.
So I'll use the deflect, which the +10. The +10 will automatically get that
Negate
down.
it.
But it'll just negate it. I'm not gonna redirect it.
Redirect it. Just a heads up, your intuition would tell you that could potentially take out the sword next to you if you can deflect it. Are you allowed to redirect it in that case?
Is he within 5 feet of me, the other sword?
Mm-hmm. Yep, he's
Then,
all snuggly against you.
Then yeah, we will. We'll use it.
Yeah.
Why not?
It's all snuggly.
I know you just kind of baited me into using another focus point, but that's fine.
Do it. Spend your resources.
Do it. Just do it. Okay, what
One
is that?
sword down.
Yeah. Okay, it'll just take him out. Sweet.
We're taking a long
Yeah,
rest
that's why I
after
wouldn't have
this,
been
right?
like
That's
baiting
awesome.
you otherwise. So.
We get along. This is the only bad thing that's happening.
Yeah,
tonight.
it's the only thing. You guys are just gonna go
I
on a
am-
museum
I
tour
am
and then go to bed.
burning through sorcery points, folks. So we gotta wrap this shit
I know.
up.
Awesome. So we are down to the 1 sword, 1 armor, and 1 statue. And the statues, the armor has not been touched. But the
it is slow.
Statue is looking pretty. Yeah, it's a slow boy. The sword and the statue have both been hit. So that was the statue's turn. Yes, that was the statue's turn. So we are back up at the top with Kaelen, your actual turn. You got the statue. right
Perfect. You redirect its
Yeah.
punch into the sword and then freaking.
I will. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm just gonna punch it twice. Why not?
Hell yeah.
there. Punch it.
I mean,
If it ain't broke,
we're
don't fix
gonna
it.
roll. We're gonna roll these dice.
I say punch it thrice even, personally.
Thrice cream.
Yeah.
30 or 35. Wow. 25. I don't know where the 30 came from.
35
Probably
to
screen.
hit. God
They
damn.
both hit.
25. So 25 and 18 to hit as the second punch.
Hit. Yeah,
Cool.
both hit.
So that is 5 bludgeoning and 5 bludgeoning.
Okay.
And then as the bonus action, I guess I'll just do my normal free unarmed non-flurry strike. And that is a 24 to hit.
Hit.
Nice.
You're just cleaning
This is the
house over
dream.
there.
The dream monk turn. All the punches are hitting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, isn't it great?
It's so nice.
For 6, that one was 6 bludgeoning.
No nat
Awesome.
ones.
That's good.
I'm so proud of you. No nat ones. You're over there wrecking house
You
while
sure you don't
Marklay
wanna-
is cleaning
You
house.
sure you don't want to flurry of
Yeah,
blows
for
and
real.
gamble with another nat 1? Because I mean, I just feel like there's a chance it would happen, honestly.
I'm good holding off with my current final focus point.
Oh no.
Oh my goodness.
Good.
I mean, I have ways to get them. I have ways
Yeah,
to
we'll
get
be
them back.
fine. We'll
It's
be
fine.
fine.
I don't like
It's
that laugh. That was
fine.
concerning.
It's fine. Duratan, your turn is up.
Oh, good. So statue in front of me is destroyed. The
Yeah.
other big statue
And then you have an
is
armor behind you.
Okay, the big statue, big boy, is.
Yeah.
Where did he go?
He's about 10 feet away from you.
Okay, and the armor behind me is who's getting attacked right now? Is it?
You, Kaelen, Amuun, and you can give me a perception check to see if you want to like look around to see if there's like what's happening with Cressida and Cornelia.
I think I guess I'm mostly curious about the statue because that guy hits hard. So
Yeah,
I want to
he's
probably just
engaged-
divert his attention.
Right, it's with Kaelen.
Okay, I'm gonna run up to that one and start
Okay.
hitting it. I'll take an opportunity attack.
No,
from
you
the-
won't because it's
armor.
slowed, so it can't make
Oh yeah,
opportunity
can't do
attacks.
it. You're good. I forgot about that.
Nice. Awesome. Sprints
Let me
over
roll.
to the big statue. Come on. Let's hit a nat 20. Let's do it,
Here it
folks.
is.
Do it, just
That's not gonna hit. That's a 15.
Yeah, that misses.
Well,
Yikes. Here we go.
here it is.
Here we go,
the real
boys.
one. All the marbles.
Here we go. The real one. 25 to hit.
Well,
Hit.
that hits at least.
Okay. I'm gonna hit it with a shining smite this time. It's a level 2 smite. This one it is going to hit, and until the spell ends. Oh, is this a concentration? Oh, it is a concentration. I can't do shining. I'm not doing shining
He's
smite.
not doing it.
You want to be shiny.
I'll do a divine smite then, and add 2d8 radiant damage to this roll. Okay. Okay, that's 10, 15, 16, 17, 21 radiant damage.
Nice.
And that's it.
Very strong term. Next up, lost my turn order, are the swords, and there's just one with up with Amuun. And this one was one of the slowed ones. Going to swing down at Amuun, and it is not going to hit with an 11. And so that is the swords. Next up is the armor. It is a slowed, so the only person it can get to is Marklay.
Dare you?
How dare you use my own spell against me?
I just realized I totally could have. I thought I was concentrating on something, but I'm totally not. So.
I wondered about that. Like, what else was up there?
I thought Kyle just wasn't
No,
feeling
first
very
of all, I
focused.
made I wasn't feeling. I need the last focus point. Give me that.
Just
focus
didn't want to
point.
concentrate.
I forgot for a second. For some reason, I thought my divine favor was concentration, even though I knew that and knew I wasn't having to roll for that this whole time. So, yeah.
It's okay, Kyle. Next time you'll get them.
Yeah.
Marklay, that's a 16 to hit.
Shield. No.
It dings off of. What does your shield look like?
Didn't give that even a second of thought. Just a big gear. Just a big old gear pops up.
That's what's under gears.
Yeah, it's got to be gears.
Very cool. So that is the armor's turn, and then we are at Amuun. You have a sword all up in your business.
Nice. Can I tell whether this thing would take poison damage or not?
Go ahead, give me an Arcana check.
That's a 16.
Okay. You deduce that it probably would still take the damage, but it can't be poisoned.
Okay. Yeah, I will use poison spray then. It's right in front of me. So ranged spell attack.
Is it ranged? Because then it would be with disadvantage.
Oh,
Unless you have
that's true,
something
yeah,
else
Unless
to
I
add.
restore balance to make it a flat roll using my feature that lets me turn disadvantage rolls
Do it?
flat.
Wow.
Yes. Why not?
Look at Marklay. He's like cleaning
Thanks,
up stuff.
Marklay.
I would just see you holding your arm
appreciate-
just the wrong way. No, much more efficient like this.
I appreciate it because with disadvantage would have been horrible. That's a 22 to hit then.
Hit.
Okay. 2d12 damage. That is 16 poison damage.
Everyone, Clay's attack has to miss because I used my reaction for shield and I haven't had a turn yet. And it is a reaction to cancel out the disadvantage.
Dang it.
Oh.
I'm so sorry.
Well, if you had known you had
That's
disadvantage,
alright.
would you have switched to something else? Like a melee of some sort?
No, that's fine. Yeah, I would have gotten a 12, but I don't think that hits either. With the
No,
disadvantage.
unfortunately.
So, that's all right.
Budge.
Boo.
I'm sorry I went and read that it said the
That's
word
okay.
reaction.
Boo
in the
integrity.
description.
Boo, following the rules.
I know. Anyone who's watching the video will see on my face the
Following
2
the
seconds
rules
where I'm
is
like, maybe I
good.
just don't say anything and then decide to say something.
Well, I'm
We must
proud of
have
you
order.
for saying something, but you're also a nerd. Anything else, Amuun?
I don't know. Would like to not be like right in front of it, but can't really get away without an opportunity attack.
Yeah.
Hold on, wait a minute.
Is it the armor? Is it slowed?
It's a sword that's
Well, if
slow.
it's slowed, then yeah, it can't opportunity attack you. It can't take reactions.
Oh, yeah,
So
you're good.
fine
Yeah.
to
I
get
keep
away
forgetting
from
about
it.
that one.
Yeah.
Do you
So
want
it
to
can't
run?
take. Yeah, yeah. If it can't take opportunity attacks, I would like to just leave.
Yeah.
Not
How
leave,
much movement
but
do you have?
get away from it.
Yeah, out the door.
He's out.
It's just 30.
Okay. You are now behind Marklay.
Cool.
Awesome. Welcome.
We'll
welcome.
just hang out over here and hide.
Yeah. Just hide behind his very normal-sized halfling body.
Yes, thank you. Very
Yeah.
normal size.
Next up is Marklay.
Cool.
Now you have an elf behind you.
I've got an elf behind me. The stone guy's still up. The armor guy's still up. And a sword is still up, right?
Yup.
What looks the crappiest of those to me?
The sword.
The sword, okay.
But
The
closely
toilet
followed by
that
your
animated
armor.
in the bathroom.
Closely followed.
That's what
Yeah.
Okay, that's great, Kyle. I'm gonna second level magic missile.
That's the most pity. Hey, that was great, Kyle. Moving on. That was the most.
Time for that comment. I'd like to second level magic missile and shoot a bolt first at the sword, and if it dies, the rest at the armor. That's the intent here. So they'll all hit 4 bolts. First one is 3 damage to the sword.
Still up.
Next one does 2 damage to the sword.
Still up.
Third one does 4 damage to the sword.
You do it. You did. Good job.
Yes.
And then I fire off 1
Explodes.
additional bolt at that armor for 5 damage to the armor.
Awesome.
Hey.
There you go.
And that is my action. I don't really think I have any bonus actions worth taking. I just now loop around to stand behind Amuun. Now I do like to skit behind him. He went behind me. I go right behind him. And
Cool. And the armor is slowed, so you can do it.
good, perfect. We're just gonna keep trading spots while the armor comes for us.
Your back is now against the wall, so no takes
No
back.
getting behind
Amuun
me.
is stuck. Next up is the statue, which is now flanked by Duratan and Kaelen. Not flanked, but it has both of them there. So it is going to do 1 attack on each of you, starting with Duratan.
What does this statue look like? Remind me. I think you said at one point, didn't you? Or no?
This one is the Coralon, like the elven god statue.
Oh, yeah. Big old Legolas.
Mm-hmm.
His
Well,
first
Coralon
attack
kinda
has
sucks,
disadvantage.
Oh yeah.
So
I think it would have missed regardless, but I just rolled the same on them.
Is this one that's slowed or no?
No, the statue's
No.
not.
The statues were good.
Oh,
That's only a 14 to hit.
14
misses you.
misses.
And then on Kaelen, I think that's going to miss as well. Yeah, that's another 14 to hit. So the statue is getting tired, and it's just kind of like a little impotent with its attacks now. And it saw its friend explode.
Oh, they
So
were
we are
friends?
back up
Oh,
to-
no. They have personalities. Oh, no.
Yeah, they had a family that they were hoping to get home to tonight. So
May or may not be the mage's souls. Jury's still out.
You know what? Yeah, that's a good point.
Kaelen, you are up.
couple questions for you real quick.
Yeah.
What does the artifact look like currently?
Go ahead and give me a investigation or perception check, whichever's highest.
I'm gonna use a heroic inspiration to cancel out that one. And
Why?
re-roll.
What happened? What'd you roll?
I don't
What
want to talk
happened?
about it. That's a 22. It was a natural 1.
Awesome. Dayne, can I recommend you play a halfling in the future? Because they get to re-roll ones. Just
Yeah.
Get some
Yeah.
luck points or
That'd be really
something,
nice.
you know? Just,
Yeah, you need some luck points or something. Okay, so with a 22, you're with your current angle, it's a little awkward to turn and see it, but that's like plenty high enough. And you turn and you see it, it's not there.
Well, that screws my action. What?
Guys, I think we may have been doing the wrong thing this whole time.
So,
So,
and this is more of an above table. So none of the fire foam came out when he shot his fire magic missile. And since the artifact
Was that
didn't move-
fire?
Yeah,
that was my
he did
bead.
one.
Yeah,
Well, it was a while ago.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I
But
forgot
the
about
that's
the
doors-
fire.
right. All right,
But the doors
retcon,
also
you are
didn't close.
covered in weird foam.
Oh, okay, so it did happen. Okay, it did.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was just, I didn't know that was fire. I didn't think about that. Yeah.
And the
You
doors,
are covered in
even though
weird
it
foam
left,
now.
Okay.
The doors did not close then. Also, when the
You glance
have
over
I-
and
have
the
I-
door is closed.
The door is closed.
The door
we're all
is
sure.
closed. So the museum director told you is it's the exit door to the room that closes. So like the one to the statue room is still open because that one
Gotcha.
is just more in museum. The one that goes like towards the main lobby area out in that direction is closed now.
Okay. Well, guess I'm gonna punch this dude in front of me. 21 to hit.
Hit.
Well,
Oh, now Dane's pissed.
my sacred artifact's gone. Guess I'm just gonna punch this thing in front of me.
6 force damage.
Yeah.
And the second one, 18 to hit
That hits.
Oh yeah.
for 5 force damage. And yeah, he is very upset. He's gonna flurry on this whatever's right in front of me. I don't even know what I'm attacking at this point.
He's furious, folks.
Focused and
12 to hit.
That
I'm
misses.
And then the last one is a dirty 20
That hits.
for 9 force damage. This is just
How do you
blind
rage
rage.
Hulk through this statue and killing it or deanimating
just
it?
as
Yes.
Kaelen notices the artifact is gone, the tattoos on his body just explode in golden light, and he just, full on the thing clobbering time on this statue. Flavorfully, he's jumped on him and just punching it consistently. You know, very upset that this artifact's gone.
Understandable. Anything else for your turn, Kaelen?
After that, I want to make sure that I'm within. Is it just the armor left then?
I think so, yeah. Just the armor.
I want to make sure that I'm within melee range of the armor. So
Okay.
just move towards him. I don't know I can't remember how far away he is, but
He wasn't very
Just
far,
right
yeah.
on.
You just moved over one. Yep. Sounds good. Next is Duratan. So you're kind of hanging out by yourself currently because the stone statue's gone. Would you like to move
Cool.
over to the armor?
I would. Give me the nearest enemy.
You're there.
Let's do this.
I have given
All right.
it to you.
Take it.
Come on, baby. It's a 27 to hit.
Hit.
That is 12 radiant damage.
How do you kill this armor?
Oh, yes. This is just the suit of armor.
Yeah.
Duratan charges over, hits it with its shield, and bats away parts of its like floating connected armor, and then just takes his long sword and shears through whatever's left of the radiant damage.
Amazing.
Cool. That was the first roll. Do I have another enemy?
Nope. We are out of initiative.
Oh, okay.
The last of the items clink to the ground lifeless. The room is mostly empty of people now. Cressida, the museum director, kneels on the ground next to her wife, Cornelia, holding a bloody cloth napkin to Cornelia's head where it looks like one of the swords slashed her. Cressida looks terrified, with her eyes wide and manic, and now that the fight is over, you can hear her murmuring, "Gotta get the medicine. Can't get out, door's closed. Why the fuck is the door closed?" over and over again to herself.
Can I do a medicine check on her?
Yeah, go ahead and roll me a medicine check.
Nat 20.
Yeah,
Now it shows up.
there it is. Silvery barbs. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, on that medicine check, you see that she has been knocked unconscious, but she is like, if you, especially with your medicine abilities and that medicine roll, you are able to staunch the bleeding at least to kind of like stabilize her and make it so that she's not going to be at risk of having to do death saves or anything like that. Also with that medicine check, because it was obviously amazing, you look around and you see that since the swords that were like attacking them went down, they had been spending their Cornelia in particular had been doing spare the dying on some of the guests that had been felled during the battle. So there was a lot of the guests that you guys were worried about losing had actually been kind of stabilized in there.
Excellent. And there's nobody left that I need to go and do a lay on hands to bring up any of the guests that are down, just with that medicine.
Now, the ones that are bring backable have been stabilized and are good.
Great.
Yeah, like the room is
Great.
pretty much triaged.
Great.
Kaelen has sat on this. It's a stone statue? Is that what it was? Has sat on it.
Yeah.
Just fuming. And turns towards Amuun, starts walking towards him. Screams towards Cressida. He's like, "You said this wouldn't happen. You said it couldn't happen." And I go straight to Amuun, and I'm not gonna grab him fully, but just on the shoulders. "What did you do? You shouldn't be here. What did you do?"
I think Amuun would be like pretty shaken, like not just physically.
Yeah, I was gonna say, literally,
but,
it just shook you, bro.
Yeah.
like people. I don't know. He's not used to people just touching him.
Do you know
he's
who
just
he
kind
is,
of like,
bro?
it's just getting shaken, and he goes. He just says, "I can assure you, I had nothing to do with this. I came here as well to see the artifact. I am just as distraught that it is missing as you are."
Where are you from? You have the skin of those people. Where are you from? How are you here? He's not like aggressively trying to hurt you, but he's like it's more like distraught rather than full anger, if that makes sense. Like confusion,
Like panic.
I guess is the right.
Perhaps we can have a more private conversation.
Gentlemen, what is this that you are doing? This is totally unacceptable what is happening right now. Okay? The object has gone missing. We do not have time to waste among ourselves arguing like this. We must seek out and find the missing artifact, okay? If you're looking to blame anyone, Kaelen, please place the blame squarely on me. This is my event, and I cannot have the Pinglepopper name being tarnished by this catastrophe.
He calms down and releases and fumes off, and he's going to, if you will allow, start casting
Oh shit.
detect magic and trying to find this artifact.
Yeah, so detect magic in this room as I'm guessing you're gonna be like walking around too because it's got a 30-foot radius, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fast, trying to do whatever you can.
So you are going to see a lot of the runes like that, those protections like in place, and those are going to light up whatever protection magic is. Please don't ask me to school of magic.
Hey, Becca, what kind of magic is protection magic? I'm just curious if you know.
Protection magic. What is it? It also does abjuration. Is that it?
Abjuration.
Yeah. I got
Abjuration.
there. I got there. So you see like a lot of that with like the fire protection and like you see like the prestidigitation runes like lighting up, all of those elements that you already knew were there. You also do see the different magical items on your party members light up. Nothing on Cressida or Cornelia lights up. They're normies.
Losers.
Nerds. Yeah, so that's what you're kind of seeing. You do not see any evidence of any like hidden objects in the room that you were not already aware of with the security features.
Sits in a corner and just sits there.
There's no time for sitting. I say we must search out the rest of this room and the rest of this museum.
I agree with Mr. Pinglepopper. That our best course of action would be looking for the artifact.
Yes, thank you so much, Mr. Etka. And may I just say, if you ever have any party planning needs in the future, please remember the Pinglepopper name. I know that you're generally a reclusive sort, but if you're planning any family gatherings, we can be discreet.
He like hit for a moment. His eyes are like family, and then he's like, it's like gone.
Okay.
Why don't you all give me perception checks of like the room as you guys are looking around, kind of checking out things.
Ooh. Pretty good.
Marklay, what'd you get?
23.
Ooh.
Nice.
Duratan, what'd you get?
16.
Kaelen.
10. Just rage.
You're too
still.
mad.
Frustration. So upset.
Amuun.
18.
Awesome. Okay, so you guys branch out, trying to like find a solution and see what's going on, and some things stick out to you. You know, Kaelen, you know that you were told that in this security system, and it's not like an unusual thing, that if as soon as that artifact should have been removed, like, or was removed from the pedestal, that door should have closed immediately, which means that it should be in here. Yet there's no evidence of the artifact here in the room. And so that kind of makes you think, you're detecting the runes still on all these security systems. So, Pinglepopper, you go up to the pedestal to kind of see what's going on there and maybe do like a little bit mild cleaning on it.
I'm casting mending on things all over the room too. I took mending
all around, just resetting the room.
Really.
And you see that the runes are still there, but the one that was supposed to trigger the door has been slightly altered. So it's a mild change. And if you want to give me, Pinglepopper, if you want to give me a Arcana check.
All right. How do we like the sound of a 21?
Ooh, we like it a lot. You surmise that small modification basically made it a delayed reaction. So whoever swiped it during the chaos was basically able to most likely get out the door before the rune activated. But that mild modification made it so that most people walking by or even inspecting wouldn't have noticed it because the runes were still there. They were still lit up at the time. They were all good to go. Let's see. Duratan, I don't remember what you got. What did you get on your perception
16.
check? 16. And then it was it a 17 for you, Amuun?
Was it 18?
18. Okay. You realize that like there is no really other way out of this room except you guys do find an air vent. So in these, instead of like HVAC systems, what they have is they have these very like discreet looking decorative grates, basically just are the equivalent of HVAC like in magic-y times. And you think that you may be able to get through there, at least into the other room next to it.
I volunteer to squeeze through first as the tiny person.
Awesome. Do you guys want to go that way?
What do we think happened? There was a delayed rune, and so someone could have gotten through a door.
It appears as though someone was able to take the artifact and make it through the door because they've altered the rune on the protection.
And we have an air vent we can get through to that room?
Yes, presumably. You are rather large. I'm not sure if you were fit, but yes, we should be able to squeeze through. There's little time to waste.
The only way that we can, if the only way we can leave is to get this artifact back, then I agree with Mr. Pinglepopper here. No time to waste.
We follow your lead, Mr. Pinglepopper.
Awesome.
Run and slide.
So
into
you
the vent.
all buttered up for some reason.
Yes, you guys grease me up. I cast grease on myself so that we can finish.
Just roll around in that puddle.
Yeah, it is there. Maybe we can use that to
Actually,
lubricate
I like
ourselves
it.
to get through.
I was going to make Duratan work a little harder because he's a big boy, but if you just if you lube yourself up, I'll allow you to
slather you up.
shimmy your way through the air vent. But you just have to know that you're covered in weird floor grease.
Good. Is that me? Is that Duratan?
Yeah, that's
yes,
Duratan.
Awesome. Great. Grease me up, baby.
Sweet.
With
yeah,
my
so you
armor
guys
on and all that. It's
do some
great.
snow angels in the grease. And then you lube your way through the air vent into the next room, which you guys know from like when you arrived here. Basically, like this is a long line of a museum where there's like the central lobby, and then there's an east wing where you guys are now, and a west wing, and each one is comprised of about 3 rooms, and you guys were in the middle of the 3 east ones. Okay. So now you are moving into the one closest to the lobby, but not quite the lobby.
Okay.
It takes a little while for your eyes to adjust to the lower lighting in this next room. Dancing lights gently undulate through the room in waves, and the ceiling above appears to disappear as if looking up through water. The gentle sounds of ambient water bubbles around you, and you smell seawater. 5 pedestals stand around the room with lights aimed to illuminate their currently empty tops. The door out of the room is firmly closed, and I will just say outright, you don't see another air vent at the moment going into the lobby space. But you do see that there is a party guest slumped by the closed doorway.
I run over and start trying to search them.
I run over and do a medicine check.
That's the difference between us right there.
All right, we'll do those in order.
Yes.
So give me an investigation check, Marklay, and a medicine check, Duratan.
Oh, damn. 21. I'm rolling hot on this D20 right now.
Amazing.
I got a 17.
Okay. I'm going to kind of smush your information together.
Okay.
The big pressing issue is you don't find the artifact on this person. It looks like they were hit on the back of the head with like a baton-style weapon or like a small club. With your medicine check, they are stable. They are just unconscious from the blow to the back of their head, but they are not doing death saves or deceased.
Is this like in guard uniform or anything? Just a person?
Him in particular is just a party goer, but give me a history check to try to remember if you can remember what the guards were wearing and also like what they were carrying.
21.
Awesome. You remember having kind of clocked it when you walked into the museum originally, that the guards all have a very simple gray uniform that's pretty like easily identifiable, and they carry small batons or like easy to carry batons.
Okay.
So
we're
they
looking
are
for a
probably
guard.
also most likely the only other people. There might be a couple that have like some sort of protective like dagger or something on them, but logically you think like this is probably done by a guard who hit this guest.
I am thinking that since it looks like a baton wound and they carry batons, it could be a guard.
It could be.
Has it been 10 minutes since I detected magic?
No, yeah, you can still have that up.
We spent about 15 minutes lubing up in the grease, right? We've really got it into those nooks and
I thought it did a long
into all
time.
the crevices. You don't see anything like unusual on them or like around the room other than the similar runes and like protective security magic in this room. But as you are looking around, you hear, bonsoir, mes amis. What do we owe the pleasure of such fine visitors?
Who said that? I
Give
look
me
for whoever.
a perception check as you look around.
I draw my sword and look around.
13.
Yeah, do we all hear this, or is this just a Kaelen thing?
You all hear it. It's just in the room. People are talking. Something is talking to you. So you
Is that
all can do it.
perception?
Whoever this
Did you say
is,
perception?
please reveal yourself and give us the artifact back.
I got a 7.
Well, you don't see who's talking.
With a 7?
With a 7, that doesn't work? I got a 23.
Come on.
I got a 19.
Okay. The others, maybe it's because Duratan is just so tall. He's just so tall. He doesn't see this. But the rest of you look down and spot 5 little animated items grouped around you at your feet, all tilted back like they are looking up at you. A compass made from salt rock, a circlet, so like a little crown, of orange coral, an abacus with tiny shells for beads, a small statue of a sailor holding an oar, and a piece of slate roughly the size of a piece of paper. And they are just kind of like looking up at you expectantly.
We're in the kids' room, aren't we? The museum.
I believe we are
No,
in
we're in
the
we're in the
room
myth
for
of
the
Nantar.
myth of Nantar.
Who said that? Where are you?
Just starts swinging wildly. Just
Start
kidding.
swinging out.
They are at your feet.
We do not have time to waste with discussion, you little animated freaks. We destroyed your large brethren, and we demand you tell us if you've seen anything that has happened with the artifact of Shandor.
Oh, Zutalor. No, we do not know of an artifact other than maybe us. Are we the artifact of Shandular?
No.
No.
Oh, and they look like a little sad and dejected that they're not special. Oh, well then no, we do not know where your artifact is.
I if I can turn to the party and just say, do we know anything about this artifact? Does it animate things? Does it change people into animated artifacts? What you two seem to have some more knowledge than you're sharing or initially shared with everyone.
In my vast, I guess I don't know how long it is since, would I have encountered something potentially like this in my artifact retrievals? And
I don't know if necessarily like exactly like this, but go ahead and give me, it's gonna be like one of the intelligence-based ones. You can think through like history or arcana, just like thinking through what's going on there.
with history, it is a dirty 20.
Nice. So this is a pretty unique artifact, and it didn't like a golden set of scales, other than the fact that it's gold, and a lot of the things in Shandular had that coloring and that emphasis. Otherwise, like a scales was not really coming up with any of the history or the stories, which there's not that many of them out of Shandular. Like it's been pretty much lost over the last like about 1,000 years since it was destroyed. But one of the things you do think of with that history check is you kind of just think of like that moment right before like shit hit the fan, basically. You all saw the scales, well, not all, but most of you saw the scales tilt one way, then the other way, and then even out. And during that motion, you saw the 5 mages all instantly die, and then you saw other non-alive things being given life. So you're kind of wondering about that.
How many things you say were below us? How many?
I'm sorry, say that one more time.
How
below
many
you?
items are talking to us?
5.
And you said there were 5 mages?
Mm-hmm.
Are you the mages?
Kaelen has since calmed down since these seem normal.
These are just normal talking.
Normal talking compasses and circlets and things. And kneels down and speaks to them. When did you get life? Did something else give life? Or get life around you?
We do not think anything else. It has just been us in the room and the unconscious fellow over there. He was hit pretty hard. No, nothing else was changed around us, no.
Did you see what hit him?
Just a little glimpse. There was a person like one of you that was all in the color maybe gray or maybe black or maybe brown. It's pretty dark in this room. And
the abacus like one of those colorful abacuses?
What? What's the colorful abacus?
All my abacuses are multicolored like rainbows.
Yeah.
Because they're
children's toy area.
All my abacuses are multicolored like rainbows. Maybe your abacuses aren't the same.
Is it abacuses or abaci? I'm not.
Abaci.
In my vast collection
it's like
of
made out
abaci.
of different shells.
Oh, it was made of shells.
So instead of beads, they're tiny little shells that have been strung.
Yep.
But the man, he bonked the other man on the head and ran out, and then we hopped off our pedestals and the door closed.
So it was a man?
Off your pedestal, sir. Of course, it's the pedestal. It's the protection of the room. The items come off of the pedestal, and the door shuts. It's the rune of protection. You all have to go back to your spots immediately.
We are protected. We feel so honored. Well, small problem. Just, we do not know where our spots are.
God damn it.
Will you allow me to pick you up and place you?
And then it does like the little uppies.
Uppies. Great. Awesome. I pick up
As much as like a compass can, because that's who's been chatting with you this whole time is the compass, and it just like moves its coral a little bit.
Excellent. I pick up the compass, and if the pedestals or have some clues on them, I could look for those. Otherwise, I'm putting it on the nearest pedestal that I see.
Okay, so you're gonna pick up the compass and there. So you put them on the pedestal and nothing happens. Like the runes along the pedestal base don't light up they would if it was like the correct artifact on there. As you are doing that, I'm not gonna require a perception check on this because you mentioned looking around the room for clues or something. The only thing that you see other than kind of what I had described when you came in with the different lighting and smells and whatnot, is that you see that like on the walls in here versus the wood in the other room, this is all like mosaic tile. And all along the walls kind of spanning around is a phrase or phrasing, I should say, that says, explore the city of destinies. And that's over the door itself. In a civilization ruled by what thrived in the sea, they believed the ocean always remembered and were careful to balance push with pull. They trusted what could be measured, not losing direction in the sway of the waves. And I will copy this in for you guys.
Good, so I can stop typing it.
Yeah, although I do like the sound of your keyboard.
Thank you.
And what were the items again? It was a compass.
I've got the compass with salt rock, a circlet of orange coral, an abacus with shells instead of beads, a statue of a sailor holding an oar, and a piece of slate roughly the size of a piece of paper.
So I just pasted it in there, and you'll see that I have like the vertical lines in there kind of marking things out, and that's where they're like kind of spaced along the wall. So it's not just all grouped together. So over in the door area, it says explore the city of destinies, and it kind of starts to trail over of in a civilization. And then I won't make you roll for this on there, but you can kind of see that the parts in the verticals are lined up around pedestals. So by one pedestal it says ruled by what thrived in the sea. Another one was they believed the ocean always remembered. And the next was and were careful to balance push with pull. And they trusted what could be measured, not losing direction in the sway of the waves.
I put the compass on the not losing direction.
Yeah,
and the sway of the
and
waves.
I was thinking maybe the circlet on the first one.
Ruled by what thrived in the sea. It was
the
from
ruled
circlet.
One, yeah.
And then
awesome. As soon as you put the circlet on the first and the compass on the last, you see the little rune light up on the pedestals.
Put the abacus on the measured area.
They
Lights
trusted
up.
what could be measured.
Not a bad thing. Then I'm gonna say, I don't know. I feel like
I think
the
push and
statue
pull
feels
would
like
be the
always
sailor. Sailor holding an oar to me sounds like push and pull with an oar,
yeah, true.
and then always remember is like the piece of paper-sized slate is what I would think. Yeah, because you could chisel something into it to remember. So that's what I say. That's where I would place those.
Or is it like a blackboard?
Yeah.
Say that one more time. So you're
The
going
slate
with...
on the they believed the ocean always remembered, and were careful to balance push with pull. I think we put the oar guy, the statue of the sailor holding oar.
nice.
So as you place those last two on there, the runes light up, and all 5 are now lit. And as that last artifact is placed on the correct pedestal, the door opens out to the lobby, and a cacophony of noise floods over you. From where you stand, you see 3 guests cower behind the circular information desk in the middle of the lobby, and one scared shitless guard is hunkered down by the front doors, arbitrarily waving his baton in the general direction of a massive animated T-Rex skeleton. At the sound of the door opening, the T-Rex turns to look directly at your party and lets out a deafening roar. And that's where we'll end tonight's session.
So good.
Good. All right. Woo! We survived the first onslaught from Becca.
Somebody got a
excellent,
bone
great
in RC
session.
car.
Awesome. thank you all for listening to this episode. Thank you to the players this week, Scott, Dayne, and Clay, and our wonderful DM, Becca. Their socials can be found in the description video. The episode is available on Spotify as well as YouTube, as long as Scott is going to keep doing it on Spotify. I didn't talk about that, but there it is. Follow us at Talltale Tavern Podcast on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. If you like us, give us one of those good 5-star reviews. Join our Discord too. Thank you to Tyler Adelsperger for intro music. Thank you to Tal for our artwork. And with that, we will see you next time at the Talltale Tavern.
Woo!
You probably thought the episode was over, but guess what? It's not, because I still need to thank the patrons. That's right. Thank you very much. I'm not going to keep whispering because it's weird. Thank you very much to our gracious VIPs, Becca, Brooke, Landy, Zombie Creeper, and Dayne. Your generosity warms the cockles of my heart. And now, folks, if I were you, I would probably mute for this next section because it's probably going to be a little cringeworthy. Look, I'm sorry. We're going to get through it. I gotta thank the bottle service members. Oi, Gov, but of course it ain't just you who's thanking them, isn't it? It's me, Dasher, here as well to thank my mate, Marilyn Maverick. Hopefully I don't say the secret code word that makes my head... Just kidding. That sucked, I'm sorry. Oh my gosh, and Andy Roo, you're here too? It's me, Diandra, can't you tell with my incredibly distinct voice? Thank you so much for your generosity, but I'm just gonna need you to back up a little bit because I'm taken, you know? But seriously though, you are just one of the most kind-hearted people I've met since my dear, darling departed Edgar. And of course, thank you to the invincible zombie doc. That was terrible. I don't know. Listen, he wanted Boris from fucking GoldenEye, the Alan Cumming role. I don't know how he talks, really. I haven't really watched GoldenEye closely in decades. He's got sort of a Russian vibe, and I know he says he's the invincible. I don't know. Thank you. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you for this embarrassment on me and on everybody listening. And a genuine, as sincere as I can, thank you to Mech for requesting no voice on this bottle service. Thank you. Just a regular thank you. You're the best. You're all the best, though. All of our patrons are the best. We love you all. If you're not a patron, we also love you still, but we could love you more. Okay, thank you. We'll see you next episode. Bye-bye.